Chapter 718. Of course, since the person involved was fine, the other students didn't continue to talk about it. This was their family business. It wasn't good to talk too much about it. Gao Bisi didn't come. No one knew where he went. In fact, after Gao Bisi beat up the person, he regretted and worried a little. He was the son of the Zhenwu aristocratic family, but beating up the son of an aristocratic family was also a big deal. After all, although he said that he was in the right, it was actually untenable. He slept with the person's wife and beat the person to death. If this was investigated, it would be a big deal. After thinking about it, Gao Bisi decided to go all out. He directly dialed Wang Chake's phone again. "What's the matter, young Master Gao?" "I will definitely be there tomorrow morning," Wang Chake said impatiently. "It's like this. Just now, Gao Bisi didn't hide it and explained the cause and effect of the matter. After listening, Wang Chake was a little shocked. "Why are you so impulsive? Although the Qi family is an ordinary family, they are not weak. Now it's great. What do you want to do? Or, in for a penny, in for a pound. When you come tomorrow, Brother Wang, help me to convict the Qi family. Anyway, Qi Zhigao can't live. At that time, we can convict him and give the Qi family a blow," Gao Bisi said ruthlessly. "Oh. That's not good, right?" Wang Chake frowned. "Brother Wang, our Gao family will fully cooperate. Moreover, our Gao family doesn't want the money after the attack. All of it will belong to you. What do you think? Our Gao family is not far from the Qi family. We can help directly," said Gao Bisi. "Let me think about it. I'll call you later." Wang Chake was a little tempted, but he still had to discuss it with someone. Moreover, he couldn't eat such a big cake by himself. Okay. I'll wait for your good news, Brother Wang." Gao Bisi was overjoyed. He believed that as long as he had Wang Chake's help, it would be foolproof. Thinking of this, he also breathed a sigh of relief. He lit a cigarette and smoked. Of course, before he received accurate information, he didn't want to meet Qi Zhigao, Xiao Cheng, and the others. It was better to hide for the time being and fight tomorrow. In the recreation room, everyone took their places. Chen Muzhen began to call the roll. The students sitting in the front row began to draw lots. It was a boy with a buzz cut. He shyly took out a small piece of paper from the lottery box and handed it to Chen Muzhen. "Belly dance in public." Chen Muzhen chuckled. "Ah. Belly dance? Can I not dance?" The boy was stunned and felt a little embarrassed. "That won't do. We're all out to play. If we don't follow the rules, it'll be boring," Chen Muzhen said. "Oh, all right then." The boy had no choice but to lift up his clothes and reveal his belly. He spun a few times on the spot. There was a burst of laughter from the audience. However, since he had jumped up, the boy was more open and laughed along with him. "Okay, next." Chen Muzhen saw that the opening was good and was very happy. The second person who came up was a girl wearing glasses. She carefully took out a piece of paper. Chen Muzhen took it and read, "This is a truth question. I ask a question, and you have to answer it truthfully. If you lie, then the guy doesn't have a small penis, and the girl has her period every day." "Pfft, who wrote this? Come out, I promise I won't beat you to death." Chen Muzhen's words immediately attracted a burst of laughter from the students below the stage. These small pieces of paper were written by a large group of students. At this time, it was unknown who wrote it, but such a vicious curse was really intoxicating. "N." The girl also nodded awkwardly. "You can ask. I promise to answer truthfully. Have you watched AV movies before?" Chen Muzhen asked with a face full of black lines. The question written on the paper was fine to ask a boy, but the key was to ask a girl. "I." The girl suddenly blushed. She hesitated for a long time. Perhaps she thought of the vicious curse, so she could only nod. Yes, yes. Oh, there was another uproar from the audience. The girl panicked and ran down with a red face. She was a little shy and didn't dare to raise her head. Next. Chen Muzhen shook her head and continued the game. According to the order, the students who were sitting went up one by one. They either asked him to do some embarrassing things or asked some strange questions. Anyway, everyone couldn't escape after going up. The entire recreation room was also full of laughter. It made Xiaochen feel like he had returned to the time when he was still in school. Thinking about it, he had been away from school for a while. Not long after, it was Xiao Zhao's turn. After she went up, she also took out a piece of paper and handed it to Chen Muzhen. Let me see what our class goddess, Xiao, got. Chen Muzhen smiled and took it. She opened it and read, choose one person present to kiss. It must be mouth to mouth. As soon as Chen Muzhen said this, the students below suddenly became excited. This was the boldest adventure note so far. Although there were some embarrassing things in the past, they weren't as bold as this. Xiao Chen was a little helpless. He didn't know what Xiao was doing. He wanted to expose her, but he felt that it wasn't a good idea. He could only bite the bullet and see who she would choose next. Anyway, the note didn't restrict the gender, so he could choose Sun Nanxue. Brother Chang, darling, come on. Xiao waved at Xiao Chen. Xiao Chen was speechless. It was as he expected. Xiao had secretly made a piece of paper. Others couldn't tell, but Xiao Chen, who was a cultivator with sharp senses, naturally saw it. However, in this situation, he couldn't refuse. Xiao would be very embarrassed. He had no choice but to bite the bullet and go up on stage. Fortunately, the two of them were brother and sister. It wasn't like they hadn't kissed before. Xiao Chen could only comfort himself this way. Everyone knew that Xiao Cheng was Xiao Zhao's boyfriend, so it wasn't strange. However, some boys were very disappointed. Goddess Xiao had been taken away, so they didn't have a chance. After Xiao Chen went up on stage, he glared at Xiao. Xiao giggled and quickly pecked Xiao Chen's lips before separating. It was obvious that she didn't want to let everyone watch a show, which made Xiao Chen heave a sigh of relief. After they were done, the two of them planned to go down. Xiao Chen wanted to scold Xiao, but he was stopped by Chen Muzhen. Wait, Xiao Cheng, it's your turn. You don't have to go down. Oh, okay. Xiao Chen had no choice but to turn around and draw a piece of paper. Let someone ride on his neck and bring him around the entertainment room. Chen Muzhen read. Xiao Chen was speechless. His luck was really off the charts. What he was afraid of came true. He was afraid that he would draw a piece of paper that had intimate contact with Xiao, but the result was. Fortunately, this was nothing. Xiao Chen was a little unwilling to let someone ride on his neck. He was also a martial master. How could he let someone ride on him? However, Xiao was fine with it. When she was young, he often played with her like this and let her ride on him. After thinking about it, it was considered lucky that it wasn't a kiss or a hug. Thus, he said to Xiao, who hadn't sat down yet, come on up. He. Xiao ran over happily. Xiao Chen squatted down and Xiao immediately fell on top of him. She didn't hesitate at all and went up and said, Go. Stop it. Xiao Chen stood up and began to spin around in the entertainment room with Xiao on his back. Xiao was not obedient. She twisted around on top of him, which made Xiao Chen involuntarily think of Shen Jingxian. In the past, he also held Shen Jingxian like this, but it was a kind of enjoyment at that time. Now, it was a kind of torture. If Xiao was a child, it would be fine, but now she was an adult. Her legs shook back and forth in front of him, which made Xiao Chen really crazy. He had to warn her, if you move around again, I will throw you down. If you scare me again, I will pee all over you. Xiao said. Xiao Chen was slightly surprised, but he didn't feel that there was anything ambiguous in these words because he remembered when he was a child. At that time, he held Xiao Xiao like this, and the little girl peed all over him, which made Xiao Chen really helpless. How old are you? You are still playing this. Ha ha ha, how old are you? You are also my brother. I want to play. Xiao Xiao threatened, if you don't carry me properly, I will pee. Okay, I am really afraid of you. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly, you still know how to scare people. I am just scaring you, so what? Xiao Xiao laughed. Aren't you afraid of losing face? There are so many classmates, I don't believe you dare. Xiao Chen said angrily. You see if I dare or not. Anyway, you will lose face when the time comes. Xiao Xiao said indifferently. Alright, you've gone one round. Go down, you won't have another chance. Xiao Chen said after going one round. So fast, go home and continue playing with me. Xiao Xiao reluctantly jumped down and sat back on the chair. Qi Zhigao looked over with some envy, but he didn't think much about it. After all, he knew that Xiao Chen and Xiao Xiao were brother and sister. It was not a big deal for them to be close. What are you looking at, Zhigao? Do you still like Xiao Xiao? Qiao Yuling asked in a low voice. She doesn't like me, I am just looking. Qi Zhigao shook his head. By the way, do you think Xiao Xiao and Xiao Chen have something going on? Look at them, they are so intimate, they are not like brother and sister. Qiao Yuling said. Don't talk nonsense. Qi Zhigao warned. Why are you so anxious? I will tell you secretly. I think Xiao Xiao seems to be picked up. Look at Xiao Xiao's mother, she is very ordinary. Why is Xiao Xiao so beautiful? Qiao Yuling said, so, I think they both know the situation. Maybe they have already slept together at home and pretended to come outside. Otherwise, how can they be so good? Will you die if you don't talk nonsense? Qi Zhigao said angrily, they have a good relationship with their sister, and they did not do anything out of line. But you, do you have something going on with your brother? Chapter 719. Qiao Yuling was stunned, then she quickly shook her head. How is that possible? Then why are you talking about others? Qi Zhigao snorted. I'm telling you, if you talk nonsense again, don't say that I'm ignoring you. Okay. I just think that if something really happens to Xiao Chen and Xiao Xiao, we can use it to threaten them. You might be able to get intimate with them. Qiao Yuling said. I'm not interested. It's your turn. Go on stage and draw lots. Qi Zhigao said faintly. Oh, okay. Qiao Yuling happily went to the front. She fumbled in the lottery box and found a piece of paper. Chen Muzhen took the small piece of paper. She only glanced at what was written on it, and her expression was weird. She didn't know if she should read it or not. She was in a dilemma for a while. To be honest, even if it was a game, he didn't want to embarrass his classmates, especially Qiao Yuling. What's wrong? Why don't you read it? Qiao Yuling was somewhat inexplicable. She also fantasized about kissing Qi Zhigao, and then let Qi Zhigao find some feeling of being loved, but why didn't Chen Muzhen read it? Qiao Yuling, why don't you change to another lottery? Chen Muzhen hesitated and said. Change? Why? Qiao Yuling was stunned, and then said, can't this one? It's not that it can't, but... Chen Muzhen didn't know how to say it. I can only explain it this way. The scale is relatively large, oh, it's okay. You read it. When she heard that the scale was relatively large, Qiao Yuling was relieved. She was afraid that the scale wasn't large. If she could have a French kiss in public, it would be good too. Okay. Chen Muzhen had to say, do a striptease on stage. Take off at least 3 pieces of clothes. Qiao Yuling was stunned. The audience couldn't help but burst into laughter. Qiao Yuling had been seen by a lot of people previously. Although she had put on her clothes now, Chen Muzhen's words reminded them of what had happened before. Qi Zhigao's face turned black. This Chao Yuling really wouldn't die if she didn't ask for it. I already asked her to change, but she didn't. Now she is dumbfounded, right? Come on, Chao Yuling. Chen Muzhen had no choice but to say so. Can I change it now? Chao Yuling asked weakly. Although she was a bad person, she still had to consider Qi Zhigao's feelings. If it wasn't for Qi Zhigao, it wouldn't be a big deal for her to take off her clothes in public, but now? Definitely not. I already told you to change it, but you didn't listen. Now that you've read it out loud, if you change it, the other students will also have to change it. This game will be meaningless. Chen Muzhen shook her head and said, it's early spring now. Everyone is wearing a lot of clothes. I think you'll only be wearing underwear if you take off 3 pieces of clothing. It's nothing. Okay. Chao Yuling had no other choice but to dance. To be honest, Chao Yuling's dancing posture was not bad. It was as if she had been professionally trained. It was very sexy and attractive, which made the blood of the boys in the class boil. However, Qi Zhigao's face was very gloomy. He felt that he was going to die of embarrassment, but he had no choice. For the family business, he had to endure it. Chao Yuling skillfully took off the outermost jacket, revealing a small vest inside. Soon, the small vest was taken off, and there was a shirt inside. It couldn't be helped. The shirt had to be taken off in the end. However, as soon as the shirt was taken off, the boys present let out a burst of exclamation. It turned out that Chao Yuling was wearing a sexy underwear inside. The looming translucent state was very tempting. Qi Zhigao was a little embarrassed. He couldn't help but snort coldly. Fortunately, the striptease was over. Chao Yuling hurriedly put on her clothes, lowered her head, and ran to Qi Zhigao's side to sit down. Hey, big pervert brother, why are you so engrossed in it? Am I prettier or is she prettier? Xiao Xiao pinched Xiao Chen. How am I engrossed in it? I'm stunned. Xiao Chen was a little speechless. You're prettier, okay? So, did you peek at me? Xiao Xiao lowered her voice. Xiao Chen didn't answer, because he couldn't answer this question. Seeing that Xiao Chen didn't answer, Xiao Xiao snorted angrily. Then, she ignored him. Next, it was Qi Zhigao's turn. However, the paper that Qi Zhigao drew asked him to sing a random song, but he couldn't use the original lyrics. He had to modify it on the spot. This was not difficult, so Qi Zhigao passed it easily. Most importantly, he didn't want to stay here anymore. He turned around and walked out of the recreation room. Chao Yuling hurriedly followed him. Xiao Chen shook his head. Although Qi Zhigao and Chao Yuling could be together reluctantly, they probably wouldn't be happy. He really couldn't understand why the women of those big families were like that. But why didn't he meet them? Cheng Menjing was not like that. Shen Jingxian was not like that. Jin Beibei and Xiao Xiao were not like that. But Chao Yuling was like that. Not long after they went out, there was a crisp sound of a slap outside the door, followed by a woman sobbing. Obviously, it was Chao Yuling. Gao Bisi secretly returned to his room when his classmates were in the recreation room. The door of the room had been repaired by the hotel staff. Anyway, it was just some compensation. He didn't care at all. Compared with the Qi family that he was going to annex tomorrow, this was nothing at all. He had been waiting for Wang Chake's call. Finally, Wang Chake called. Wang Chake's own power was not enough. He needed a helper to do this kind of shady business of annexing a family. This helper was his good friend, Pang Fengde. After Pang Fengde heard it, he happily agreed. So, Wang Chake replied to Gao Bisi. Child Gao, I have discussed with someone about what you said. It is feasible. I will go to you tomorrow, and then my friend will investigate the Qi family. The crime is attacking the core children of the real martial arts family. Wang Chake said, by the way, are you sure that Qi Zhigao is dead? Even if he is not dead, he is in a vegetative state. It is impossible for him to speak. Gal Bisi said affirmatively. That woman, she won't talk nonsense, right? Asked Wang Chake. No, she is just a B***tch. I will hook up with her and promise some conditions to let her be my concubine or something. I think it will be fine. Gal Bisi said confidently. He was a child of the real martial arts family. If he let Chow Yuling be a concubine, Chow Yuling would be very happy. The Chow family would also be very happy. That's good. Wang Chake nodded. In that case, tomorrow, you let the Gao family and my friend, Pang Fengda, do it together. You should also know Pang Fengda, right? The leader of the newcomer group that we had a meal together last time. Brother Pang, of course, I know. Gao Bisi said quickly, no problem. I will contact my family and let them contact you. And do it as soon as possible. We will take action early tomorrow morning. Wang Chake nodded. No problem. Gao Bisi hung up the phone excitedly, then directly dialed his father's phone number and told him about the matter here. Gao Bisi's father, Gao Dingyang, said, Bisi, are you sure that the Supernatural Investigation Bureau will fully cooperate with us to annex the Qi family? And this reason is a bit far-fetched, isn't it? Hee, the reason is just an excuse. With the help of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau, we can destroy him if we want. What can he do? Gao Bisi laughed. Father, don't worry. I have arranged everything. You can directly contact Brother Wang. He will arrange what you should do. If that is the case, then I am relieved. I will contact Wang Chake now. Gao Dingyang nodded and said with relief, by CI, I'm very happy that you can make a profit for the family. I am the young master of the family. Of course, I have to think for the family. Gao Bisi laughed. After the end of Truth or Dare, it was already past 10 o'clock. It was already late. Everyone was free to do whatever they wanted. If they wanted to rest, they could go back and rest. Xiaochen was bored, so he returned to his room. Xiao, who was following behind, suddenly said, Brother, carry me for a while more. That's enough. We are brother and sister, not a couple. Xiaochen glared at Xiao. You say, what if we are not related? Xiao suddenly said. What do you mean? Xiaochen frowned. Nothing. Xiao shook her head. When I was a child, I heard that I was picked up. Pfft, do you believe that? When I was a child, I also asked my father how I came to be. He said that I was given away by the lottery. Xiaochen smiled and said, that was just a lie to you. You are too young to explain that you were born in the stomach. Well, I can't even imagine it. Xiao snorted. Suddenly, she felt a little uneasy. Is it really like what Xiaochen said? Is he lying to me? What can I do? Thinking of this, Xiao's mood suddenly became a little depressed. Back in the room, Xiao went to take a hot shower and went to bed. However, what surprised Xiaochen was that Xiao didn't behave too boldly today. When she came out of the bathroom, she had already put on her pajamas and covered herself tightly. She didn't reveal anything. However, Xiaochen was a little uncomfortable. He shook his head and went to take a shower. Then, he lay on the bed and wanted to hug Xiao. He didn't expect Xiao to break away and say softly, You are right. Although we are brother and sister, there is a difference between men and women. I will sleep by myself. Oh. Xiaochen was stunned. He couldn't believe his ears. Xiao, are you angry? No, let's sleep. I am a little tired. Xiao's voice had indescribable fatigue and irritation. When Xiaochen heard Xiao say so, he didn't say anything more. He thought that Xiao might really be angry because of what he said. However, they are brother and sister anyway. She shouldn't hold a grudge. Thinking of this, Xiaochen also fell asleep. Chapter 720. It was a quiet night. Early the next morning, when Xiao Chen was practicing, he heard a noise in the corridor. Then, his room was suddenly knocked on. The knocking on the door was very urgent. It woke up Xiao Xiao, who was sleeping soundly. "Brother, who is so annoying? Go and beat him to death. You're not angry with me?" Xiao Chen heard Xiao Xiao's words and suddenly smiled. "Who's angry with you? In fact, I think you're right. I was a little too casual before. I have to avoid it. Otherwise, people will mistake me as a slut like Chao Yuling. I won't be able to get married then." Xiao Xiao wrinkled her nose and said cutely. "It's good that you're not angry." Xiao Chen smiled. "Then you wait. I'm going to beat him to death." Xiao Chen jumped out of bed and walked to the door of the room. He shouted angrily, "Who is it? You woke up so early in the morning. Are you courting death? Open the door. I'm Gao Bisi. I have something to talk to you about." Gao Bisi's voice came from outside the door. "It's you. What the F***ck? If you have something to say, just say it." Xiao Chen was a little impatient when he heard it. "If you don't open the door, I will kick it," Gao Bisi threatened. "I think you want to die, right?" Xiao Chen opened the door, but to his surprise, not only was Gao Bisi outside the room, but there was another person. The person inside, I'm Wang Chaik, the deputy leader of Team B of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. You are suspected of participating in a Wulin illegal case. Now go back with me for investigation. Hey. Wang Chaik waited for the door to open, and he said it routinely. But when he saw that the person inside was Xiao Chen, he was a little dumbfounded. He had been bullied by Xiao Chen, especially when this guy's wanted order was cancelled inexplicably. Even Yang Jiannan couldn't do anything about him. What could he do? Why is it this guy? Wang Chaik was a little annoyed. Gao Bisi really harmed people. What a rogue cultivator. Ugh, but Xiao Chen seems to be a rogue cultivator. Aha, I was just joking. I got the wrong person. I'm leaving. Wang Chaik turned to leave. Stop, come back here. Xiao Chen snorted coldly. Ah, I told you I found the wrong person. Wang Chaik quickened his pace. If you don't stop, don't blame me if I beat you to death. Xiao Chen said indifferently. A wave of pressure was released. This was the strength of a level 3 devil master. Wang Chaik shuddered all over and hurriedly halted his steps, not daring to take another step forward. He turned around with an apologetic smile and chuckled. Xiao Chen, I'm just here to play, really, you, come here. Xiao Chen pointed at Wang Chaik. Okay. Wang Chaik had no choice but to bite the bullet and return. He looked at Xiao Chen and asked, What's the matter? Gao Bisi was a little dumbfounded at this moment. He couldn't figure out the situation. Brother Wang, what are you doing? Aren't you going to arrest him? Catch your mother. Wang Chaik said angrily. Shut up. Who are you? I don't know you. Brother Wang, what's going on? You know each other? Gao Bisi felt that things had changed. It didn't seem to be as simple as he thought. Wang Chaik couldn't be bothered with him. He rubbed his hands and looked at Xiao Chen. That young hero Xiao, we're considered acquaintances, right? We've worked together for so long. Can you give me some face? Oh, okay. Kill him, then you can leave. Otherwise, you'll die. Xiao Chen said indifferently. Xiao Chen, aren't you going too far? Do you really dare to kill me? Wang Chaik frowned. Although my strength is indeed not as good as yours, it doesn't mean that I'm really afraid of you. I'm from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. What can you really do to me? Are you stupid? Is Yang Jiannan from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Do I dare to kill him? Xiao Chen asked, somewhat amused. Wang Chaik was directly silenced by this sentence. He hesitated for a moment and said, "Okay, I admit that I lost. Let's be serious. What do you want me to do? Kill him? Don't you understand?" Xiao Chen pointed at Gao Bisi. "You." Wang Chaik was a little annoyed. "Don't joke. How can I kill him? If I kill him, I'll be finished when I go back. If you don't kill him, you'll be finished now." Xiao Chen smiled. "You." Wang Chaik really regretted it. Now he was in a difficult position. It was impossible for him to leave smoothly. Xiao Chen clearly wanted to find trouble with him. Thinking of this, Wang Chaik could only say, "I'll beat him up. Can I not kill him?" "Oh." Xiao Chen pretended to be deep in thought. Wang Chaik's heart was pounding at the side. Just as Xiao Chen was about to agree, a person suddenly ran over from not far away. It was actually Qi Zhigao. And as he ran, he shouted, "Boss, Brother Xiao, it's bad. Something happened." "Qi Zhigao? What's wrong?" Xiao Chen ignored Wang Chaik and looked at Qi Zhigao. However, he saw Wang Chaik trying to slip away from the corner of his eye. He immediately grabbed his collar and warned, "If you dare to leave, I'll kill you first." "I'm not leaving. I'm just moving my body." Wang Chaik jumped up in fright and then quickly said, "3 laps to the left and 3 to the right, twisting my neck and twisting my butt. Brother Xiao, this morning, the Gao family brought people from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau to our Qi family to find trouble. They want to confiscate all the Qi family's businesses. The crime is that I attacked the Gao family's disciple, Gao Bisi." "Huh? Gao Bisi is here too?" After Qi Zhigao finished speaking, his face became extremely gloomy. He looked at Gao Bisi and shouted hoarsely, "Gao Bisi, you're really something. You actually treated us like this?" Wang Chaik was about to explode. "Gao Bisi, F***ck your ancestors. You're looking for trouble for me, aren't you?" Xiao Chen knows Qi Zhigao. It seems like they're on good terms. "Aren't you trying to trick me?" Xiao Chen never played by the rules. He did whatever he wanted. He dared to hit anyone and kill anyone. There was no good in offending him. "Wang Chaik, what's going on? Explain it to me." Xiao Chen turned around and asked. I don't know." Wang Chaik wanted to deny it. Slap. Xiao Chen sent a slap over, directly slapping half of Wang Chaik's face. "I don't want to listen to your nonsense. It's all his fault. It's all that bastard Gao Bisi's fault. He lied to me. It was all his idea. At most, I was bewitched." Wang Chaik knew that the only thing he could do was to sacrifice the rook to save the king. Protecting Gao Bisi at this time was tantamount to courting death. "Oh, since you hate him so much, come on. I'll give you a chance. Beat him to death, and I'll believe you," Xiao Chen said lightly. Wang Chaik suddenly saw that the noise had attracted some classmates. They were walking over, so he had an idea and said, "There are many outsiders here. It's not good to fight. Why don't I let it go this time? Next time, I'll definitely find a chance." "Oh, get in." Xiao Chen directly grabbed Gao Bisi and threw him on the floor of the room like a dead dog. At this moment, Gao Bisi finally understood that he had no room to resist in Xiao Chen's hands. He was easily grabbed and thrown on the floor. He had no strength to resist at all. "You come in too." Xiao Chen grabbed Wang Chaik's collar and pushed him into the room. Then he said to Qi Zhigao, "Come in and close the door. I'll show you what it means to close the door and beat the dog." Oh. Qi Zhigao was a little dumbfounded. Xiao Chen was too fierce. Although he was not familiar with Wang Chaik, he knew him. He knew that this person was the deputy team leader of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau's Team B. Xiao Chen actually carried him in like a dog. This really subverted his usual perception. "Okay, beat him." Xiao Chen said lightly to Wang Chaik, "I'll give you a quarter of an hour. If you can't beat him to death, I'll beat you to death. Don't doubt me. At worst, I'll run again. Oh, yes, I can disguise myself as you. At that time, I'll be colleagues with Yang Jiannan. I'm such a genius to think of such a good idea. Wang Chake almost cried when he heard Xiao Chen's words. The last thought in his heart completely dissipated. He knew that Xiao Chen was right. If he killed him, he could disguise himself and enter the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. No one would know that he was dead. That would be a tragedy. And he had no doubt that Xiao Chen would do this. Yang Jiannan was a living example. How is it? A quarter of an hour is up. Xiao Chen said, let's start. So fast? Not yet? Wang Chake was stunned. Oh, I said it's time, and it's time. Xiao Chen said, this is the time of the dogs. You are the same as them. Wang Chake was speechless. Isn't he calling me a dog? However, he didn't dare to refute. He could only turn his head and look at Gao Bisi. No, Brother Wang, don't hit me. Gao Bisi was finally afraid. He finally understood that Brother Wang, who was usually arrogant in the Zhenwu family, was like a grandson in front of Xiao Chang. He was even worse than a grandson. Gao Bisi, don't hate me. You can only blame yourself. You shouldn't have tricked me. You cheater. If I knew that Xiao Chen was here, I would never have come. Wang Chake took a deep breath and said. No, no. Gao Bisi knelt on the ground and began to kowtow. I'm sorry. Brother Wang, I was wrong. Please forgive me. There's no other way. It's not that I don't forgive you. It's that Xiao Chen doesn't forgive you. Wang Chake shook his head. Xiao Chen, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have had any ideas about Xiao Xiao. I was really wrong. Gao Bisi could see that Xiao Chen really dared to kill. Hurry up and do it. Xiao Chen frowned. He was a little impatient. All right. Gao Bisi suddenly exploded. He turned around and ran in the direction of Xiao Xiao. Obviously, he wanted to kidnap Xiao Xiao. He had no other choice now. If he could kidnap Xiao Xiao, Xiao Chen would be afraid to take action. He could also take the opportunity to escape. As for Wang Chake, he also saw this point, but did not stop him immediately, because he did not want to kill Gao Bisi. Now that there was a chance to turn things around, he naturally wanted Gao Bisi to successfully kidnap him. That way, he could avoid this disaster. Chapter 721. However, Gao Bisi's idea was good. Before he could run to Xiao Xiao, he was grabbed by the hair by Xiao Chen. His whole body was swung up and he fell to the ground with a heavy "pa" sound. He vomited a lot of blood. Xiao Chen was a cultivator. Although his strength was equivalent to the third level of the Devil Master, how much strength did he put into this? Even if he didn't use any martial arts technique, Gao Bisi was still seriously injured from the fall. Cough cough, puff. Gao Bisi began to vomit blood. Kill him. Xiao Chen looked at Wang Chake. Yes. Wang Chake had no choice but to nod his head. Wait a minute. Xiao Chen suddenly stopped him. You don't have to kill him. Wang Chake was relieved. Qi Zhigao, you do it. Leave one last breath. Let him hit the last punch. Xiao Chen said to Qi Zhigao, hit him like how he hit you yesterday. Okay. Qi Zhigao had wanted to return it long ago, but Xiao Chen didn't say anything. He didn't dare to act rashly. Now that he had the chance, he naturally wouldn't hold back. He walked over and kicked. Wang Chake was speechless. Let me hit him in the end? Didn't I beat him to death? This Xiao Chen is really King evil. However, he didn't dare to say it. He only dared to think about it in his heart. As Qi Zhigao got into the fight, he also imitated Gao Bisi's action yesterday. He jumped up and stomped on Gao Bisi's back with both feet, making a "kacha" sound of broken bones. Go to hell. Qi Zhigao was like playing on a trampoline, jumping around. Puff. Gao Bisi vomited another mouthful of blood. He actually closed his eyes with a crack sound. He was beaten to death by Qi Zhigao. Xiaochen wanted to stop it, but it was too late. Qi Zhigao was also shocked and his face turned pale. Xiaochen asked him to leave one last breath, but he was too excited and beat him to death. This. Qi Zhigao looked at Xiaochen worriedly. Young hero Xiao, don't worry. I won't say anything. I definitely won't. Wang Chake hurriedly promised. Although he did not have to kill Gao Bisi, Xiaochen would not silence him, right? However, Xiaochen looked at Wang Chake coldly, then squatted down and sent a wave of essence into Gao Bisi's body. Gao Bisi's eyes snapped open, and he had a terminal lucidity. Save me, Brother Wang, save me. Alright, it's your turn. Xiaochen looked at Wang Chake. Sigh. Wang Chake did not expect Gao Bisi to come back to life. He did not know what method Xiaochen had used. Although he could see that Gao Bisi might be making a final struggle before death, he had no choice but to step forward and kick Gao Bisi in the head, flattening it. Since he had made a move, he had to be more ruthless, lest Xiaochen find fault with him again. With Gao Bisi dead, Wang Chake looked at Xiaochen again and said, Young hero Xiao, now, can I leave? Leave? Who allowed you to leave? Xiaochen retorted. Can't I leave after killing Gao Bisi? Wang Chake asked carefully with a bitter face. What happened to the Qi family? Asked Xiaochen. This. Wang Chake suddenly recalled that Gao Bisi's matter was settled, but the Qi family's matter was not over yet. He was secretly annoyed. Gao Bisi's death would solve everything, but he left behind a mess. Xiaochen clearly had his eyes on him. If he did not give an explanation today, he would not be able to leave easily. Wang Chake could only sigh and say, this matter has to start from when Gao Bisi contacted me yesterday, say it. Xiaochen nodded and said, well said. I promise I won't kill you. After all, my sister only asked me to kill the person who knocked on the door. It was that fool, Gao Bisi. You don't have to die. Okay. Wang Chake responded quickly, although he didn't know what was going on and why he had to kill Gao Bisi. As for Xiao Xiao, when she heard that Xiaochen surrounded Gao Bisi, who she killed, she was a little happy. It seemed that her brother was still the best to her. It was just that the scene was a bit too bloody. Fortunately, Xiao Xiao was born in a martial arts family. Such a scene was still bearable. However, she found that she really didn't know her brother. Xiaochen had changed. He was completely different from the previous cowardly Xiaochen. He had become arrogant and strong. It was as if he did not put any enemy in his eyes and directly crushed them. Gao Bisi said that Qi Zhigao was killed by him. Of course, Qi Zhigao was young hero Zhao's younger brother. How could he die? It was Gao Bisi, the fool, who died. Wang Chake flattered Xiaochen calmly and then continued, this guy was afraid of getting involved. After all, the Qi family can't be underestimated. If they really caused trouble, he was afraid of getting into trouble. So, he planned to kill them all, so he contacted me. As he spoke, Wang Chake didn't dare to hide anything. He told Xiaochen everything he discussed with Gao Bisi. Xiaochen sneered, and Qi Zhigao, who was on the side, was trembling with anger. He didn't expect Gao Bisi to be so bad. So, the Qi family is currently in trouble with the Gao family and the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Xiaochen frowned and asked with some displeasure. It should be. Wang Chake nodded. Yes, boss. They have already gone to the Qi family. They are now at the Qi family. I just came to you in a hurry because of this matter. Qi Zhigao said quickly. What are you waiting for? Let's go to the Qi family now. Xiaochen said straightforwardly. It just so happened that the Chi family was in a nearby city. It wasn't far, and it was only an hour's drive. Thank you, boss. Qi Zhigao was very happy and quickly thanked him. And, you guys go and get ready, then wait for me downstairs. Wang Chake, you can run, but after you run, you have to bear the consequences. You know what kind of person I am, and you know what I can do. Xiao Chen smiled. No, I definitely can't run. Wang Chake's heart skipped a beat, and he quickly smiled with a sad face. I will go down and wait for young hero Xiao now. Qi Zhigao saw that Xiao Xiao was still lying on the bed, and he knew that it might be inconvenient for him to be here, so he quickly left. Xiao Chen closed the door, and with a fireball, he burned Gao Bisi's body to ashes. Xiao Xiao was slightly stunned and a little surprised. Brother, it's burned just like that? I burned it. Xiao Chen smiled. If you are disobedient, I will burn it for you too. Humph, you are the one who is reluctant. Xiao Xiao didn't believe it. She pouted and said, Right, brother, I have to put on my clothes. Can you hide first? Why are you avoiding me today? Didn't you never carry me behind your back? You have been swaying in your underwear in front of me since a long time ago. Xiao Chen was a little puzzled. Now that I have grown up, I am a little embarrassed. Xiao Xiao said, Why, brother? Haven't you seen enough? Ahem. I am going to the bathroom. Although Xiao Chen had some doubts about why Xiao Xiao suddenly began to avoid him, this was a good thing after all. After all, there was a difference between men and women, and it was the same for biological siblings. Xiao Chen went to the bathroom. Xiao Xiao quickly put on her clothes, but after putting on her clothes, she looked for something on the bed. After looking for a while, she smiled with satisfaction and said, Brother, I am done. You can come out. Oh. Xiao Chen came out of the bathroom and put on his coat. Let's go to the Qi family to take a look. I can only ask for leave for today's class reunion. Is there any problem? Of course not. Xiao Xiao shook her head indifferently. I will ask for leave in the class QQ group. After Xiao Xiao sent the message, they went downstairs and came to the parking lot. Sure enough, Wang Chake didn't dare to leave. Qi Zhigao stood beside him, and they were talking about something. What was interesting was that when Wang Chake talked to Qi Zhigao, he even had some flattery. It seemed that he wanted Qi Zhigao to help him say a few good words to Xiao Chen. Qiao Yuling stood on the side with a sense of glory on her face, as if the person Wang Chake was flattering was her. Young hero Xiao, you are here. Wang Chake said with a smile. I am here. I want to ask you, did you call Pang Fengda? Did you tell that guy to stop? Asked Xiao Chen. This. I called, but the phone was turned off. Wang Chake couldn't help but smile bitterly. When we perform tasks, the phone is usually turned off, usually. I think it was intentional this time, right? Xiao Chen sneered. Then, didn't you ask Qi Zhigao to call the Qi family, and then you went to talk to them? I called. Pang Fengda naturally didn't believe that I called, and he didn't answer. Said Wang Chake. Oh, it seems that he wants to die. Let's go. I originally thought that if he stopped I wouldn't go, but now I have to go. After Xiao Chen said this, he got in the car directly and said, The three of you follow too. AI. Wang Chake got in the car and felt sad for Pang Fengda in his heart. Why don't you answer the phone? Why don't you answer the phone? It's really infuriating. If you answer the phone, Xiao Chen, this ruthless person, won't go. Now I am in trouble because of you. Of course, he didn't dare to say this. He could only sit in the back obediently. Although Qi Zhigao was a little anxious, since Xiao Chen had already taken care of this matter, it would definitely be solved satisfactorily in the end. Brother, I'm a little uncomfortable. When you pass by the hospital, put me down. I will go for a physical examination. I won't go to the Qi family. When you are done, come back to pick me up, okay? Xiao Xiao said after getting in the car. Oh. Xiao Xiao, what's wrong with you? Xiao Chen was shocked and asked quickly, where do you feel uncomfortable? It's not that. It's just a girl's problem. My stomach hurts a little, but it's nothing. Xiao Xiao said vaguely. Oh, that's fine. I will put you down later. Xiao Chen didn't ask anymore, so he nodded and agreed. The car flew all the way to Huan City, where the Qi family was located. According to the navigation, they passed by a relatively large hospital. Xiao Chen put Xiao Xiao down and told her to call immediately if there was anything, then he drove to the Qi family. Chapter 722. Xiao Xiao didn't check for a stomachache. Instead, she went to the hospital's consultation office and asked, I want to have a DNA test. Where do I need it? They went all the way to the Qi family's house. The gate of the Qi family's courtyard was open. There were many cars parked inside. They had the license plates of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau, but most of them were the Gao family's cars. It seemed that these people were gathered in the Qi family's living room. Lead the way. Xiao Chen said to Qi Zhigao and Wang Chaik after getting out of the car. The two hurriedly led the way and helped Xiao Chen open the door of the living room. Xiao Chen walked into the living room with Chao Yuling following behind. As soon as they entered the door, they saw the Qi family, the Gao family, and the Supernatural Investigation Bureau confronting each other. Gao Dingyang, our Qi family and your Gao family have no grievances. How is it possible that our Qi Zhigao attacked Gao Bisi? And I have just called Qi Zhigao. There is no such thing. The person who spoke was a man in his 40s. He was Qi Zhigao's father, Tiger Qi. Don't talk nonsense. Qi Zhigao has been executed by Gao Bisi on the spot. Where are you going to call? Gao Dingyang sneered. I'm dead? Qi Zhigao happened to hear this sentence and immediately said, Who told you that I'm dead? N? Gao Dingyang suddenly turned his head and looked at Qi Zhigao. Who are you? I am naturally Qi Zhigao. Aren't you looking for me? You said that I'm dead? Qi Zhigao laughed. You? Gao Dingyang was a little surprised, but when he saw Wang Chaik beside Qi Zhigao, he was suddenly stunned. He didn't know Qi Zhigao, but he knew Wang Chaik. So he quickly asked, Deputy Team Leader Wang, this is? Ahem, this is Qi Zhigao. Pang Fengda, look who's here. Wang Chaik reminded Pang Fengda over there. Who? Pang Fengda was stunned. He immediately saw Xiao Chen, and his face changed. Xiao Chen? Why are you here? I'm here to kill you, Xiao Chen said indifferently. You? Pang Fengda was shocked and widened his eyes. Xiao Chen, are you confused? What does this have to do with you? Are you here to threaten me? Whether it's a threat or not, think about it yourself. Xiao Chen turned around and looked at Gao Dingyang mockingly. He said indifferently, Gao Dingyang, you brought people to provoke the Qi clan. Have you thought about the consequences of this? What consequences? Who are you? Gao Dingyang was a little baffled, but this person had come with Wang Chaik, so he didn't dare to slight him. Deputy Team Leader Wang, this is, Xiao Chen, as you can see, it has nothing to do with me. It was the Gao family who bewitched me. That's why I attacked the Qi family. As he spoke, Wang Chaik kept signaling Pang Fengda with his eyes. Old Wang, what do you mean? Pang Fengda was puzzled. Come with me for a moment. Wang Chaik had no choice but to pull Pang Fengda to the side and lowered his voice. Now that Xiao Chen is involved in this matter, do you still want to continue? Do you want to die? Why would I want to die? What does Xiao Chen have to do with this matter? Can he still interfere with the affairs of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Pang Fengda looked displeased. Are you really stupid or just pretending? Who do you think Xiao Chen is? If he wants to kill you, can you beat him? Wang Chaik looked exasperated. Would he dare? Pang Fengde was in disbelief. Whether he dares or not, just look at Yang Jiannan. Wang Chake shook his head. Just now, he wanted to kill me, then said that he would disguise himself as me and go to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. You know, if Xiao Chen says it, he will definitely do it. Moreover, his strength is superb. In front of him, there is no room for resistance. Oh. Pang Fengde was shocked. He finally understood why Wang Chake was so cautious. It turned out that he had been threatened by Xiao Chen before. His face suddenly became gloomy, and he hesitated for a moment. Now that things have reached this point, what should we do? Gao Bisi, under Xiao Chen's coercion, I had to kill him. Do you think I have a choice? Wang Chake smiled bitterly. What? Gao Bisi was killed by you? Pang Fengde suddenly turned pale with fright. So, we are irreconcilable with the Gao family? What do you think? Wang Chake could only nod. Well, then let's directly target the Gao family now? Pang Fengde asked. That's the only way. Wang Chake said. Xiao Chen's strength seems to be stronger again. We are no match for him at all. Gao Dingyang, your son, Gao Bisi, deceived the Supernatural Investigation Bureau and falsely accused the Qi family. We have executed him on the spot. Now you also come with us. As for the previous execution of the Qi family, all of them are cancelled. Pang Fengde walked over and suddenly said loudly. What? Gao Dingyang heard Pang Fengde's words and was a little confused. Nothing, come with me. Wang Chake walked directly over, grabbed Gao Dingyang's shoulder, and locked his arms behind his back. Let go of the family head. When the entourage of the Gao family saw that the Supernatural Investigation Bureau wanted to take Gao Dingyang away, they were a little angry and blocked in front of Wang Chake. Why, is the Gao family rebelling? Do you want to go against the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Pang Fengde said coldly, do you have the right to stop the Supernatural Investigation Bureau from taking anyone back for investigation? This. The Gao family suddenly had a dilemma. You can leave now. I will go back and see what the situation is. Gao Dingyang also knew that he could not resist at this moment. Otherwise, it would be tantamount to going against the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. He also saw the situation. The person brought back by Qi Zhigao might be a powerful person that even the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was afraid of. However, he did not think too much about it because the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was also involved in this matter. In his opinion, it was just a formality and the matter was over. Taking him back was actually a way to get out of the situation. After going back, there would be nothing to do. Yes. When the Gao family heard the family head say so, they quickly dispersed and hurried out of the Qi family's house. They got into the car and left. Gao Dingyang, on the other hand, was taken to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau's car. However, when he got into the car, he was still escorted by Wang Chake like a criminal. He was a little unhappy. Deputy Team Leader Wang, that's enough. Isn't this just a formality? Who told you it was a formality? Wang Chake glared and said, I tell you, Gao Dingyang, your Gao family's Gao Bisi is suspected of deceiving us and has been executed on the spot. Now it's your turn. What? Bisi, he really? Gao Dingyang's expression changed. He could not believe it. Gao Bisi was really dead. He had thought it was a lie before. Nonsense, he's already dead. Wang Chake snorted coldly. Since he had chosen to express his loyalty to Xiao Chen, Wang Chake would not give the Gao family any face. You. How can you go back on your word? Aren't you working with our Gao family? When Gao Dingyang heard this, his eyes suddenly became bloodshot. He wanted to fight Wang Chake, but he was no match for him. He could not even break free. Wang Chake was a martial master, and Gao Dingyang was only a half-step martial master. A martial artist at the peak of the 10th level great perfection could not compete with him. Cut the crap. Let me tell you, the Gao family is finished. Wang Chake sneered. What do you mean by working with us? We were just deceived. If you want to talk about it, it's all Gao Bisi's fault. I want to complain. I want to complain to your superior. You've tricked our Gao family. Gao Dingyang roared. Oh, do what you want. Wang Chake said faintly. Xiaochen watched Wang Chake and Pang Fengde take Gao Dingyang away. He did not say anything. It was up to them to deal with it, but it would be good if he could take this opportunity to trick them. After finding an empty corner, Xiaochen dialed Xia Zhili's number. Xiaochen, what's the matter? Xia Zhili asked. Previously, I'm very sorry about the Qing family. I couldn't help you, and they were taken away in the end. It's like this. There's a chance to attack Wang Chake and Pang Fengde. Xiaochen said, Deputy Bureau Chief Xia, aren't you in charge of Team B now? I couldn't be the team leader on my side, so I directly became the Deputy Bureau Chief. Now that the Deputy Team Leader of Team B is vacant, the one with the best chance is Wang Chake. I believe Deputy Bureau Chief Xia wants to stop him, right? Yes, Wang Chake is disobedient. He is not one of my people. He is closer to Song Billion. I have long wanted to get rid of him. Xiaochen, do you have a good idea? Xia Zhili said bluntly. There were too many common secrets between him and Xiaochen, so he didn't care about these. Yes, it's like this. Xiaochen told Xia Zhili about Wang Chake and Pang Fengde's private cooperation with the Gao family. You think of a way to make an article. In a few days, I will go back for a meeting. Let's attack them at the meeting. There's such a good opportunity. No problem, I got it. There will definitely be a meeting in a few days. At that time, we will kill him together. Xia Zhili said, although it's not enough to remove him from the deputy team leader position, it also makes him have no chance to be the team leader. That's what I mean. Xiaochen nodded. After hanging up the phone, Qi Zhigao had already told the Qi family what had happened. Qi Zhigao's father, Qi Tiger, Qi Zhigao's grandfather, Qi Tianzhan, and Qi Ziyuan's father, Qi Laobao, came over one after another. Young hero Xiao, thank you very much for your help. Qi Tianzhan said with a fist and palm salute, Zhigao has already told me that we can escape this time thanks to young hero Xiao. Otherwise, the Qi family would really be finished this time. I'm really happy for Zhigao to have a friend like you. Qi Tiger also said. If Qi Zhigao hadn't provoked Gao Bisi outside, we wouldn't have gotten into such trouble. An uncoordinated voice sounded. It was Qi Ziyuan's father, Qi Laobao. Chapter 723. He was naturally unhappy to see Qi Zhigao in the limelight. Qi Zhigao and Qi Ziyuan were both competitors for the heir of the Qi family. Of course, he did not want to see Qi Zhigao get better. Who is this man? Xiao Chen's face turned cold as he looked at Qi Zhigao. It's my second uncle. Qi Zhigao saw Xiao Chen's face change and quickly said, Brother Xiao, don't be angry. My second uncle doesn't know how to speak, slap. Xiao Chen slapped Qi Laobao and sent him flying. Qi Laobao fell heavily on the ground not far away. He spat out a few teeth and half of his face had become red steamed buns. You should know how Gao Bisi died. Don't say such ambiguous words in front of me. This time I will let it go for Qi Zhigao's sake, but next time you will die. Xiao Chen looked at Qi Laobao indifferently and said, I have nothing to do with the Qi family. It was just a coincidence that I helped them. Qi Zhigao and I are friends. Remember, I am only doing this for Qi Zhigao. Don't think that you are a big shot. In my eyes, those martial arts sects and real martial arts families are nothing, not to mention an ordinary family. Young Master Xiao, please calm down. Qi Tianzhan quickly said, Laobao's words are not pleasant to hear. Please don't take it to heart. Thank you for your help this time. I hope that your friendship with Zhigao can continue. Although Zhigao did not become your brother-in-law, I know that your relationship has always been good. Yes. Xiao Chen nodded and said, "My words are not pleasant to hear, but you can also understand it this way. I may not care about the Qi family, but I will try my best to help Qi Zhigao." After that, Xiao Chen patted Qi Zhigao on the shoulder and then smiled. He believed that the Qi family was not stupid and could understand the hidden meaning of his words. That was, only when Qi Zhigao was promoted, would Xiao Chen help the Qi family. Qi Tianzhan's eyes flashed, but Qi Laobao was very annoyed. How could he not understand the meaning of Xiao Chen's words? However, he didn't dare to make a sound. This time, he was beaten up badly. He was a stage 8 inner force martial artist, but he couldn't defend himself at all in front of Xiao Chen. What kind of strength was this? However, he was also somewhat unwilling. Xiao Chen was just a descendant of an ordinary declining aristocratic family. How could he possess such ability? How was this possible? The Qi family was much more powerful than the Xiao family, but they still needed help from others. "Thank you, young hero Xiao." Tiger Qi also understood this and quickly thanked him. "There's no need to thank me. I just happened to be here. Also, I have something to do, so I'll take my leave first," Xiao Chen said. After that, he glanced at Qiao Yuling and warned her lightly, "You stay with Qi Zhigao and behave yourself, or I don't mind." Xiao Chen did not finish his words and strode out of the Qi family's living room. He believed that Qiao Yuling should understand that these things were actually caused by Qiao Yuling and had little to do with Qi Zhigao. This woman was jumping up and down, but Qi Zhigao still wanted her. Xiao Chen did not understand, but he would not interfere. He just threatened her and left. "Boss, let me see you off." Qi Zhigao quickly followed him out. Xiao Chen got in the car, and Qi Zhigao also sat in the co-driver's seat. Xiao Chen glanced at him and did not rush to start the car. Obviously, Qi Zhigao had something to say, so he looked at him and did not speak. He just smiled faintly. "Boss, am I very useless?" Qi Zhigao was a little self-deprecating. "I found a woman, but it's so shameful. Do you look down on me a little? This is your own choice. I can't comment on anything, but Qiao Yuling is really not a good woman. I don't understand why you are still with her." Xiao Chen saw that Qi Zhigao said so, so he also said, "AI, it's for the family business." Now the Qi family and the Qiao family have launched a comprehensive cooperation. In Songning City, many businesses are handled by the Qiao family and the Chen family. If there is a conflict, the business of the Qiao family will be shut down. At that time, the impact will not be small. Qi Zhigao sighed. "Sometimes think about it. Everything will be over if you endure it. Up to you. This is still your own consideration. I can't say anything." Xiao Chen patted Qi Zhigao and said, "If you need me, you can contact me. After all, we have known each other for a long time." I know, brother Xiao." Qi Zhigao looked very happy. "I can't be with Xiao Xiao anymore, and you still help me like this. It's nothing. Your indecisive character is not suitable for Xiao Xiao. She doesn't like boys with this kind of character. It's not necessarily a bad thing that you can't be together. Well, let's not talk about this. I'm leaving first. I still have to pick up Xiao Xiao," Xiao Chen said. Boss, goodbye." Qi Zhigao got out of the car and waved to Xiao Chen. Xiao Chen drove to the door of the hospital and dialed Xiao Zhao's phone. Originally, the DNA test needed to be done the next day, but Xiao Xiao added money and rushed it, so the results were quickly obtained. "I'm sorry, the test results prove that Miss and the test subject have no blood relationship." The doctor looked at the report and explained. Generally, the DNA test was actually a paternity test. Although Xiao Xiao looked very young, it didn't mean that she had no children, so the doctor still said in an apologetic tone. "Oh. Really? No relationship? Really no relationship? That's great." When Xiao Xiao saw the result, she was so happy that she almost jumped up. "It seems that I was really picked up. That's great, miss. I'm sorry for your loss. The doctor was shocked. He thought that Xiao Xiao was crazy. She was so sad that she was going to have a mental illness. Sorry for your loss? Why should I be sorry for your loss? I was picked up, okay? Xiao Xiao looked at the doctor strangely. Really, what a strange person. The doctor was confused this time. Why is it good to be picked up? Is she so happy that she isn't born by her parents? However, since Xiao Xiao said so, he couldn't say anything. Xiao Xiao's phone rang. When she saw the caller ID, she picked it up happily. Brother. Where are you? I'm downstairs in the hospital. How are you? Have you done the test? Asked Xiao Chen. It's done. There's nothing else. I'm going down now. Xiao Xiao went downstairs happily. At the door of the hospital, she saw Xiao Chen's car. Brother, you solved it so quickly? Aren't you the same? I thought it would take a long time to check. I wanted to go up and take a look. I didn't expect you to be done already. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Xiao and smiled. Yeah, it's actually nothing. I'm just being paranoid. Xiao Xiao smiled. Brother, are we going back to the class reunion? If you want to go back and take a look. Xiao Chen didn't care. Then let's go back. It's only 10 o'clock. We'll play until the evening today. Xiao Xiao suggested. Okay, then I'll listen to you. Xiao Chen naturally didn't care. He drove back to Immortal Resort again. When Xiao Chen and Xiao Xiao went back, they met the class monitor, Chen Muzhen. He was quite puzzled. When he saw Xiao Xiao, he couldn't help but ask, Xiao Xiao, didn't you ask for leave? Why haven't you left yet? Oh, I suddenly had nothing to do, so I didn't leave. Xiao Xiao simply said that she didn't leave to save a lot of explanations. If that's the case, then it's just right. Everyone is getting ready to gather. We'll climb the mountain together later. You should come too. Chen Muzhen nodded and didn't doubt it. Okay. Xiao Xiao replied, Brother, are we going now? You decide. Xiao Chen didn't care. He had climbed the mountain before, so it wasn't interesting. However, there was nothing else to play in this resort. Climbing the mountain was one of the events. He followed Chen Muzhen to the square outside. At this time, the students had also arrived. The incident in the morning only attracted some people's curiosity, but they didn't pay much attention to it. Gao Bisi's disappearance didn't cause too much suspicion. After all, he disappeared last night, and no one knew where he went. As for Qi Zhigao and Chao Yuling's disappearance, everyone felt that it was reasonable. After all, they made a fool of themselves yesterday. It was normal to be embarrassed to come. Today, our main event is to climb the mountain. Of course, if your legs are not good, you don't have to go. Chen Muzhen said. This immediately attracted a burst of laughter from the students present. We are all young people. How can our legs be bad? So they responded, when are we going to climb? We can't wait. Then I won't say much, but you must listen to the command later. Don't walk around casually. There may be danger on this mountain. We can only take the paths that are opened. Chen Muzhen exhorted. Understood. Everyone nodded in agreement. In addition to Xiao Zhao's classmates, there were other tourists who came here for vacation. At this time, they were also climbing the mountain. They didn't know why, but after a few steps, there was a conflict in front. Not good, the class monitor was beaten up. The classmate in front shouted and then said, Boys, attack together. The other party has more people. Kill them. This roar caused the blood of the boys in the class to boil. Chen Muzhen was very popular in the class. She was a good class monitor, and everyone supported her. When they heard that she had been beaten, they immediately became anxious and rushed forward. Why is there a fight? Xiao Chen was stunned. He didn't expect such a situation to happen. I don't know. Let's go and take a look. Brother, you help them. Don't let the students suffer. Xiao Xiao said. And, let's go and take a look. Xiao Chen nodded and squeezed through the crowd with the other guys. He saw Chen Muzhen lying on the ground with her head bleeding, but the other party was extremely arrogant. A few stinky students. How dare you be so arrogant? Didn't you just ask how much it costs to sleep with someone for a night? You even scolded me? The man who beat her pointed at Chen Muzhen fiercely and said, "Who asked you to be a busybody? Class monitor? What's wrong with class monitor? You are just an idiot." Chapter 724. Let's go together and beat them up. A tall and sturdy man shouted angrily. Sure, let's go. The man who beat them up was extremely arrogant. There were also a few strong men around him. It was obvious that they were not to be trifled with. He waved his hand and said disdainfully, "Go, if you dare to come and die, then come. I'm not afraid to tell you that we are from the Ox family dojo. Don't be impulsive, don't be impulsive." At this time, the tour guide who brought them up the mountain also came over. As there were more tourists going up the mountain today, the tour guide was in charge of several groups of tourists. He was in front. When he heard the conflict here, he quickly ran over. When he saw the man who beat them up, his expression changed. Obviously, he knew him. He quickly said to the students here, "Everyone, let's forget about it. They are all martial artists. What's wrong with martial artists?" The tall and sturdy boy was a little dissatisfied. He beat up our class monitor. If we let it go like this, it's not the right thing to do. Yes, we can't let it go. The students echoed. Aya, some things can't be explained to you students. In short, this society is not as simple as you think. These people. How do I put it? Martial artists are just a title. They are much more powerful than ordinary people. When they reach this level, it is difficult for ordinary people to compete with them. The tour guide obviously knew something. This Ox family dojo is a very powerful existence in the local area. Is he one of those legendary warriors? The tall and sturdy boy was stunned. He seemed to have thought of something. It seemed that he knew about it. They are cultivators? Yes, it seems that you know. Then, don't conflict with them. It won't do you any good. The tour guide advised. When the tall and sturdy boy heard this, he obviously retreated. However, the previous clamor made him a little embarrassed. He didn't know how to deal with it for a moment. How is it? Are you afraid? If you are afraid, let this girl accompany me for a night, and this matter will be over. The man who beat them up sneered and pointed to a female student behind Chen Muzhen. It's not that I'm not paying you. Tell me, how much for a night? I. The female student was a little afraid and kept hiding. A boy beside her was also filled with righteous indignation. That's enough. We all admit defeat. Don't push your luck, I gave you an inch and you want a foot. The man who hit him snorted coldly and was about to grab him when he was pushed by someone and stumbled. It was actually Xiao Xiao. Don't bully Li Xiener. What's wrong with being a martial artist? So what if you're a martial artist? Xiao Xiao was also a martialist. Although her strength was low, she was caught off guard and nearly pushed the burly man down. Shit! Who dares to push me? The man calmed himself down and raised his head. When he saw Xiao Xiao, his eyes lit up. She's a hot chick, but I like it. Since you like to meddle in other people's business, I'll let you have it. It's fine if you don't bully her, but come with us. As he spoke, the man was about to grab Xiao Xiao. Are you dreaming? Xiao Chen slapped the arm of the man who hit him. Instantly, the arm became distorted in an unnatural way. The arm that was full of muscles was beaten into a pile of soft flesh. It drooped down, and the bones inside were all shattered, turning into a pile of rotten flesh. Ouch! The man who hit him screamed. He was in so much pain that he broke out in a cold sweat. His eyes bulged out and he breathed in big mouthfuls of cold air. It hurts, brat, you're courting death. The few men behind the man were originally watching the show with the mentality of watching a joke. This was because the man who hit the man was a stage 5 inner force cultivator. He was very strong, and he alone was enough to take care of these students. However, he did not expect that another student would come and cripple his arm with a single slap. These people immediately became anxious and were about to rush over and beat up Xiaochen. No. No. Seeing that his companions were about to attack, the man who hit him hurriedly shouted, "He's a martial master." Ha! The few men who were about to rush over stopped in their tracks. The word martial master was like a magic barrier. They couldn't believe it, but they couldn't not believe it. This was because the strength of the man who hit him was obvious. Even his arm was crippled in an instant. This person must have strength, but they didn't expect him to be a martial master. Now that the man who hit him had said it clearly, they didn't dare to say anything else. They could only look at Xiaochen warily. You don't care who I am. Kneel down and kowtow now, and I'll consider letting you go. Otherwise, you'll be like him. I think it's good for you to be a one-armed person. Maybe after losing an arm, you'll be able to become a hero or something. Xiaochen said lightly. The reversal of the situation only took an instant. Everyone was a little dumbfounded, especially the tour guide, who looked at Xiaochen in horror. One had to know that the people from the Ox family dojo were the local tyrants. They had always been the ones who bullied others. No one had been able to subdue them. But now, an ordinary student actually made these people from the dojo hesitant to take action. In fact, the people from the Ox family dojo never paid when they came to the resort to play. However, the boss had no choice but to treat them for free because these people were like gangsters in the local area. They were very arrogant. The students behind were also shocked at this moment. They didn't expect Xiao Zhao's boyfriend to be so powerful. Although they didn't know how serious the injuries of the man who hit him were, they knew it wasn't a good thing looking at his drooping arm. It was probably crippled. What? You're not kneeling? Xiaochen frowned. They were just a few low-level martial artists, yet they were so arrogant in front of him. Those people from the true martial families and sects wouldn't be like this. No. No, why aren't you kneeling? Although the man who hit him was in pain, he knew the difference between a martial master and a martial artist. The other party was a martial master. No matter how they resisted, it was impossible for them to win. Therefore, it was better to just admit defeat. He was the leader of this group, so when he spoke, the others also knelt down. Although they were unwilling, there was nothing they could do. We were wrong, let us go. The man who hit him said carefully with a black face. Forget it, let's go. Xiaochen couldn't be bothered with them. They were all small fry. He didn't put them in his eyes at all, so he didn't want to waste any more time. Yes, yes, yes. The man who hit him crawled up, then pulled the few people around him and quickly left. The farce came and went quickly. At this time, Chenmuzhen had already wiped the blood off her face. Although the other party was a martial artist, he didn't kill her. After all, if he really wanted to kill her, Chenmuzhen wouldn't be his opponent. She might even be beaten to death. Most of Chenmuzhen's injuries were superficial. She was pushed and fell to the ground, so it wasn't a big deal after she wiped it clean and bandaged it. Xiaocheng, thank you. Chenmuzhen said to Xiaochen gratefully, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. Your martial arts are so good. You should be from a big family, right? Xiaochen smiled noncommittally and said, otherwise, how could I be worthy of Xiao Xiao? That's true. Chenmuzhen smiled and said, to be able to carry Goddess Xiao home, he isn't an ordinary person. That's right, I have good taste. Xiao Xiao said proudly, class monitor, can you continue to climb the mountain? Why not? Don't look down on me, it's just a small injury. Chen Muzhen shook her head and said, let's go, let's continue. This time, the tour guide didn't go to the other groups. Instead, he followed Xiao Chen and the others. Although these people were students, they couldn't offend a ruthless person like Xiao Chen. Didn't they see how miserable the people from the Niu family dojo were? Soon, everyone arrived at the mountainside, which was the place where Xiao Chen came last time. There was no more road in front. The tour guide let everyone move around freely here. After a while, they would gather together and go down the mountain. Xiao Xiao found a place to sit down. Xiao Chen walked over, looked at her, and said, "What's wrong? Are you tired?" "No, I just want to rest for a while." Xiao Xiao said, "Brother, sit down too." "Oh, okay." Xiao Chen sat next to Xiao Xiao. "Brother, you can lie on my lap, just like in the movies, where the guy lies on the girl's lap." Xiao Xiao said, "Look over there, son Nanxue and brother Chen are starting to be intimate. Didn't you just tell me in the morning that men and women should be different? How can you forget in the blink of an eye?" Xiao Chen said seriously. "I was a little uncomfortable in the morning, so I was just playing with you." "Do you really believe it?" Xiao Xiao smiled and said, "Besides, we have to continue acting. Look at us now, we are so unfamiliar. We don't look like a couple at all." Xiao Chen was a little helpless, but he felt weird lying on Xiao Xiao's lap. He could only reach out and hug Xiao Xiao to appear more intimate. "Is this okay?" "It's barely okay. It's not too intimate." Xiao Xiao leaned into Xiao Chen's arms again. Now she could be said to be unscrupulous. After confirming the matter in the hospital, Xiao Xiao didn't avoid it anymore. Before, she was still a little worried and uncertain. After all, it was just hearsay. If it wasn't true, it would be terrible. But now, there was no problem at all. Modern medicine was very accurate. Whether it was Xiao Zhao's psychological or external problems, they had been solved. "You?" Xiao Chen shook his head. "I thought you had thought it through. In the blink of an eye, you changed back." Yeah. I thought I was sick before, so I was a little worried. Now I went to see a doctor, and I'm fine." Xiao Xiao nodded. "Right, what's your problem? Is it serious?" Xiao Chen suddenly remembered, so he asked again. "It's nothing. It's just a little inflammation," Xiao Xiao casually said. Chapter 725. There's inflammation? Xiao Chen was stunned. It's a gynecological problem." Xiao Xiao said, "Why are you asking so carefully?" "Xiao Xiao, gynecological problems for girls are not a small matter. You should take a closer look." However, Xiao Chen said seriously, "You mustn't ignore it. It might affect your fertility or something." Brother, why are you nagging?" "The doctor told me that it's about my physique. It's a little complicated. He said that I'll be fine if I have a boyfriend. Do you understand?" Xiao Xiao said impatiently, "Why don't we do it with real knives and guns at night?" "I'll be fine. You're getting more and more frivolous." Xiao Chen said angrily, "What nonsense are you talking about? Who asked you to ask so many questions?" Xiao Xiao pouted. "I'm just concerned about you." Xiao Chen was dumbfounded. "Aren't you bickering with me?" "I'm not. This is the truth. Why don't we do it together? Anyway, it's fine as long as I don't get pregnant." Xiao Xiao wasn't so bold before the DNA test, but now, she was simply a little unscrupulous. She could no longer suppress her feelings for Xiao Chen. In the past, Xiao Xiao still restrained herself because of her family, the opinions of outsiders, and the truth of the matter. Although she liked Xiao Chen, she wasn't so unscrupulous. But now it was different. Obviously, she had no blood relationship with Xiao Chen. Why couldn't they be together? If Xiao Chen was still the loser from before, it would be fine. Although Xiao Xiao had the intention, Xiao Chen had to face the responsibility of the outside world and the disappointment of his family. In the past, the Xiao family needed her own marriage to grow, but now the Xiao family didn't need this at all. Xiao Chen alone was enough, so Xiao Xiao felt that she should find her own happiness instead of being bound by the family's concept. Xiao Xiao, if you talk nonsense again, I'm really angry. Xiao Chen's face changed. He didn't expect Xiao Xiao to say such words. In the end, Xiao Chen was still a relatively traditional person. He couldn't accept a brother and sister being together. He wasn't an uncivilized primitive. How could he do this? Even if he told Xiao Xiao not to get pregnant and not to have children, the impact might be relatively small, but Xiao Chen still couldn't accept it. What's there to be angry about? You read those comics. For example, My Sister Can't Be So Cute. Have you read them? Xiao said. So you've read too many comics, your mind is filled with nonsense. Xiao Chen said angrily, I'll burn them when we get home. They're not biological siblings. Xiao Xiao immediately explained. Nonsense, why didn't I see anything that said they weren't related? The siblings are both perverts, one has a brother complex while the other has a sister complex. Xiao Chen said angrily, you're not allowed to watch it in the future. Gu is. Brother, Chen, brother is Xiao Xiao. You've read it too. You're still talking about me? Are you also a siscon? Otherwise, why do you read so many comics? Xiao Xiao suddenly seemed to have discovered a new continent. Ahem. Xiao Chen blushed. You bought the comics. I was bored and flipped through them. But since you know that they aren't biological siblings, why did you say it? We are biological siblings. That's not necessarily true. Maybe they aren't. Xiao Xiao blinked. Why don't we have a baby and see if it's mentally retarded? How about we do it tonight? Is what you said true? Xiao Chen's face was very ugly. Yeah. Xiao Xiao nodded. Pa. Xiao Chen finally couldn't help but slap Xiao Xiao. Although he didn't use much strength, it could be seen from Xiao Chen's trembling hand that Xiao Chen was really angry at this moment. Brother, you hit me? Xiao Xiao couldn't believe it. It's a light slap. Xiao Chen's expression was serious. He took a deep breath and said, Xiao Xiao, now I finally understand why you don't want to be with Qi Zhigao. I also know why you always dress so revealing in front of me, and you are so intimate. What do you mean? Xiao Xiao stuttered. If you didn't mention the comics, I wouldn't have thought of it. When you mentioned the comics, I figured it out. You like me? Xiao Chen frowned. No wonder you are so hostile to Qing Menjing and Shen Jingxian. So what? Xiao Xiao simply stopped pretending. She boldly looked straight at Xiao Chen. I just like you. You are mine. You have been since you were young. They took you away. Isn't that enough for me to hate them? What did I do wrong? You. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Zhao's confident look. He really didn't know what to say. Xiao Xiao, you aren't young anymore. Can you let Grandpa and second uncle not worry about you? Can they be happy if you do this? Do you want our Xiao family to be as embarrassing as Chao Yuling? Ha 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 ha. Xiao Xiao suddenly laughed. She laughed forward and back. What do you mean? What's wrong with you, Xiao Xiao? Xiao Chen was stunned and a little stunned. Originally, Xiao Xiao looked like she was facing death calmly. Why did she suddenly laugh? Ha 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 ha, brother, you are so funny. You really have a good imagination. Xiao Xiao laughed until she couldn't catch her breath. I like you, but it's the kind of worship for my brother. It's not wrong for me to be angry at Qing Menjing and Shen Jingxian, but this is also normal. My brother originally loves his sister, but now he loves his girlfriend. There is nothing wrong with this. Then you. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Xiao doubtfully. Don't worry, it's not as serious as you said. I'm just joking. I'm just testing if you're a siscon or not. If you really want to push me down, I won't dare to play with you anymore. Xiao Xiao laughed. Gosh, you scared me to death. Xiao Chen was speechless. You are really scaring people. I even hit you. Does it hurt? I know you can't bear to hit me. It doesn't hurt at all. Don't forget that I am also a martial artist. You don't even have the strength of an ordinary person. Xiao Xiao laughed indifferently. Next time, don't scare me. You really scared me to death. Xiao Chen sighed. I thought there was something wrong with my sister's heart. You are the one who has a problem. Xiao Xiao rolled her eyes at Xiao Chen. Well, I was just joking. If I really had that intention, would have seduced you when I was sleeping at night. You would have been hooked in your dreams. Why would I wait until now? I have slept with you since I was a child. You still want to say it? Xiao Chen glared. I won't say it anymore. Xiao Xiao stuck out her tongue. In fact, the latter words were to lie to Xiao Chen, but Xiao Xiao had no choice. She could see that Xiao Chen couldn't accept this relationship for a while, so she didn't say anything about the DNA. If she said it and Xiao Chen still didn't accept it, then there would be no room to turn back. So Xiao Xiao was very smart. She planned to take it step by step. First, she would make the relationship harmonious. It would be best to let Xiao Chen like her a little. At that time, there would be no problem. Gather, let's go. Xiao Chen pointed to the students not far away. And, let's go. Xiao Xiao nodded. In fact, there was nothing on the mountainside. After most of the students came up, they just took a photo as a souvenir. Then, they walked around and prepared to leave. Seeing that everyone was gathered, Chen Muzhen also organized everyone to go down the mountain. It was easy to go up the mountain, but it was difficult to go down the mountain. First, the slope down the mountain was steep and difficult to walk. Second, everyone's strength was almost exhausted. Brother, I am tired. Carry me. Xiao Xiao didn't want to walk anymore. Aren't you a martial artist? Why are you so tired? Xiao Chen didn't believe it. Anyway, just tell me if you want to carry me or not. Xiao Xiao said shamelessly. Carry me. Xiao Chen also knew that Xiao Xiao was joking, so he didn't care. He squatted down. Xiao Xiao jumped up happily and hugged Xiao Chen's neck. This feels so much better. Be obedient. Xiao Chen warned. Hee hee. Xiao Xiao smiled mischievously. A group of people went down the mountain. Fortunately, everyone was young, so they weren't particularly tired. So, they quickly returned to the previous resort. Lunch had also begun. Everyone came to the restaurant one after another. They were also very hungry. After the food was served, they wolfed down the food. Brother, can you help me pick up a scallop? I want to eat it. Xiao Xiao said. You don't have hands. Xiao Chen said angrily. You used to help others when you were young. Xiao Xiao also said angrily. All right. Xiao Chen didn't say anything. He could only pick up the chopsticks and pick up a scallop for Xiao Xiao. You two are so loving. Chen Muzhen saw it from the opposite side. She smiled and teased, thank you for today's matter. Don't mention it. It's nothing. Xiao Chen said with a smile, we are all classmates. How can we let others bully us when we go out together? I don't know where Gao Bisi went. He always bragged in class. He said that if we go out to play and encounter trouble, we can look for him. In the end, he disappeared. Chen Muzhen shook her head. This sports committee member is really unreliable. Xiao Chen said. He was dead, so of course, he disappeared. However, he couldn't say this. He believed that the Supernatural Investigation Bureau would handle it. Besides, Wang Chake killed him. It had nothing to do with him. After the meal, it was time to rest. In fact, they could leave. Those who had a car could leave first. Those who didn't have a car, Chen Muzhen would contact the bus in a while. Xiao Chen and Xiao Xiao went upstairs. As they walked, Xiao Chen asked, "Can we go back this time?" "Yes, but I want to sleep. I'm a little tired from climbing the mountain in the morning." Xiao Xiao said, "Brother, can you hug me later?" "Up to you." Xiao Chen really couldn't do anything about Xiao Xiao. The key was that this person was his own sister. They didn't avoid each other. If it was Shen Jingxian, Lu Shuangshuang, or Tang Tang, they couldn't do this. However, this was also something that couldn't be helped. Who asked Xiao Chen to have only one sister? Back in the room, Xiao Xiao quickly took off her clothes and climbed into bed. It was too late for Xiao Chen to say anything. He could only lie next to her and cover her with another quilt. Chapter 726. Can I go to your bed? Xiao Xiao turned over and asked. No, who asked you to not wear anything? Xiao Chen refused sternly. It's just a joke. If you really want me to go, I won't go. What if you become a beast? Xiao Xiao curled her lips. As the two were talking, suddenly there was a commotion downstairs and a person's clamor. Who beat my Niu family dojo's people? Stand up. Today, I, Niu Sanpao, promise to make them regret coming to this world. Downstairs of the resort, a huge voice was shouting. Brother, is he calling you? Xiao Xiao also heard it and immediately sat up and asked. As soon as she sat up, the quilt on her body slipped down, and the ravine in front of her chest entered Xiao Chen's eyes. Cough cough. Xiao Chen looked away with difficulty. He reminded himself not to think too much, but he was still a little annoyed. Xiao Xiao, pay attention. Aya, it's an urgent matter. You still care so much. People are coming to settle the score with you. You should go down quickly. Xiao Xiao reminded. I'll go take a look. Xiao Chen could only not look at Xiao Xiao. He opened the window and jumped down from the building. Aya, I'm still naked. I opened the window. It's freezing. Xiao Xiao shrank into the quilt. Where is the coward who beat people in the morning? Do you dare to come out if I call you? Niu Sanpao shouted. Bang! But as soon as his voice fell, he was stepped on. It turned out that Xiao Chen fell from the sky and directly stepped on his head. Aya, damn, who? Who stepped on me? Don't you want to live? How can someone jump off a building? Niu Sanpao got up from the ground and looked at Xiao Chen with some anger. Can you change the place if you want to die? Don't affect others, okay? Tell me, you jumped on my head. Oh, I did it on purpose. Xiao Chen smiled. Are you looking for death? Niu Sanpao was stunned. Oh, right. You wanted to jump off the building and die. You didn't die because you wanted to provoke me and make me kill you, right? I won't fall for it. Get lost, I'm going to find someone. Oh, I am the person you are looking for. Xiao Chen was speechless when he heard Niu Sanpao's words. Why does it seem like there's something wrong with this person's brain? You? Stop bullshitting. You think you can beat Wang Dao? Niu Sanpao sized up Xiao Chen with a look of disbelief. I was the one who hit him. If you have something to say, then say it. If not, then leave. Xiao Chen could also see that this Niu Sanpao was an idiot. He was a martial arts practitioner, yet he did not understand that there was no relationship between a cultivator's level and their physique. You? Niu Sanpao sized up Xiao Chen and said, since you want to take responsibility, then there's nothing more to say. Why did you injure someone from my dojo for no reason? For no reason? Did he tell you that? Xiao Chen asked in amusement. That's right. Niu Sanpao nodded and said, you guys were on the mountain. Because of a small matter, you had a dispute. As a martial arts master, you actually injured a 5th-stage martial artist. Don't you think it's too much? I, Nyo Sanpao, am also a martial arts master, but I won't casually hit people. Just like just now, when I treated you as an ordinary person, even if you stepped on me, I wouldn't do anything to you because our levels are different. Oh, Xiaochen smiled and said, you still want to talk about levels with me? I don't want to lie to you. Your subordinate called Wang Dao molested my classmate and said that he wanted my classmate to sleep with him at night. If you don't believe me, you can go back and ask him. Not only that, but he also slept with an ordinary person without any internal strength. That's why I attacked him. If he didn't tell you that, then you are being deceived. Why should I believe you? Nyo Sanpao was a little annoyed. You hit someone and even framed Wang Dao. What are your intentions? If I want to kill you, it's as easy as flipping my hand. Xiaochen said indifferently, the reason why I said so much to you is because your brain isn't very bright, but it's not bad. I'm afraid that you are being deceived. Otherwise, I would have slapped you away. Impossible. Nyo Sanpao's eyes widened, you are lying. Why don't you try slapping me away? I am also a 3rd-stage martial artist. Oh, do you really want to try? Xiaochen looked at him and asked. Let's try. I'll stand here, you can slap me. Nyo Sanpao said loudly. Oh. Xiaochen waved his hand, paw. Whoosh, Nyo Sanpao flew out and fell heavily on the ground. He didn't get up for a long time. When he got up, he looked at Xiaochen in shock. You are a demon general? Yes, so if I was unreasonable, I would have beaten you to death a long time ago. Do you think I'm lying to you by spouting so much nonsense? Xiaochen nodded. That's not it. Nyo Sanpao nodded, you are an expert, but you don't even bother to make a move on me. That Wang Dao must have his own problem. I will go back and teach him a lesson. Damn it, he dared to lie to me, see if I don't kill him. Oh, right, I heard that your subordinates often bully people here and don't pay for staying in the resort. You should really manage it. Xiaochen reminded. Really? Nyo Sanpao was stunned, obviously he didn't know about these things. You will know if you investigate. Xiaochen guessed that this person was deceived. With such a boss, the subordinates would definitely obey on the surface but oppose on the inside. This was something that couldn't be helped. Okay, thank you for today's matter. I will definitely repay you in the future. Nyo Sanpao cupped his fist, I am from the Wang family of Tianfang, and I manage the business here. Although I don't have much say in the Wang family, if you have a request in the future, I will definitely help to persuade you. Pfft, cough cough. Xiaochen listened to Nyo Sanpao and almost choked, that's not necessary. I also know him. Wang Fantian is my brother. Xiaochen also said that Wang Tietio wanted to marry Lan Xinxin to him, but it was better not to say this. Ah, it can't be. It turns out that you are a friend of the young master. Nyo Sanpao was disrespectful. No wonder you are strong and upright. When Nyo Sanpao heard this, he quickly cupped his fists in fear and said, I will definitely discipline my men when I go back. Since you are the young master's friend, you definitely won't lie to me. I will go back and beat these bastards to death. Damn, they made me lose face in front of the young master's friend. Go. Xiaochen waved his hand. Goodbye. Nyo Sanpao respectfully cupped his fist, then turned around and left. Xiaochen shook his head. He didn't expect the Nyo family martial arts school to be the Wang family's business. It was really a coincidence. It was just that Xiaochen didn't want to have any interaction with the Wang family. It was troublesome enough now. Wang Tietio was stationed at his house. If he didn't agree to this marriage, he really didn't know how to get rid of them. Fortunately, the Xiao family had a big business, and they wouldn't go broke. If they wanted to stay, they could stay. Although the quarrel was quite loud, most of the students who were watching didn't know what was going on. They only saw Xiaochen slap Nyo Sanpao and then say a few words. Nyo Sanpao was convinced and left. They all admired Xiao Chen very much. Even those boys who were unhappy that Xiao Xiao found a boyfriend had to admit that Xiao Chen was very powerful. At least in terms of strength and character, he was worthy of Xiao Xiao, and there was still a gap between them. Xiao Chen didn't jump up the stairs in a shocking manner. Instead, he walked up the stairs. Xiao Cheng, this Niu Sanpao came to look for trouble. Can he come back after he goes back? Chen Muzhen asked with some worry. No, I know the boss behind him. Xiao Chen smiled and said, unless he doesn't want to work anymore. That's good. Chen Muzhen nodded. Today's matter was successfully solved with Xiao Chen's help. He was also very happy. Chen Muzhen and Xiao Chen went upstairs. Xiao Chen returned to his room, and Chen Muzhen also left. As soon as he entered the door, he saw that Xiao Xiao had already put on her clothes. Hey! You're quite quick this time. You didn't put on your clothes in front of me. Xiao Chen was a little surprised. Do you really think she wants to seduce you? Xiao Xiao said angrily, it's just a coincidence. I didn't avoid you too much. I let you take advantage of me a few times. How can there be a good thing every time? She's not your wife. You go and look for Tang Tang and Shen Jingxian. Well, then I'll go to Tang Tang's place tonight. Xiao Chen smiled and said. No. Xiao Xiao immediately said, you have to accompany me. If you want to see, go and see during the day. I'm busy during the day. I don't have time. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. Besides, it's not right to lock Tang Tang and Xiao family in the same room during the day. I don't care. Xiao Xiao picked up the small bag. Let's go home. Let's go. Xiao Chen nodded. When they returned to the Xiao family, Xiao Chen was stopped by Wang Tietio. Grandpa Wang, what's the matter? Xiao Chen felt guilty when he saw this person. Do you agree or not? You're hiding again, aren't you? Hurry up and settle the marriage, then I can go back. Wang Tietio said, your place is really cold. I'm freezing to death every day. Oh, if Grandpa Wang feels cold, you can go back first. As for the marriage, we'll discuss it later. Xiao Chen said. Oh, you're right. Wang Tietio nodded in agreement. Right? Xiao Chen was overjoyed. Did Wang Tietio change his nature? Or did he finally couldn't stand the cold weather here and wanted to go home? Yeah, you've ked my granddaughter, then we should discuss it. Wang Tietio said. Puff. Cough, cough, cough. Xiao Chen listened to this and almost vomited blood. He looked at Wang Tietio in shock. He couldn't believe that Wang Tietio could say such a thing. Why are you looking at me? Isn't this what you said? Let's talk about it later. Now is the future. You say it. Wang Tietio asked as a matter of course. I think we can get along with each other first. Xiao Chen looked at Wang Tietio with a headache. Oh, then you think about it again. I'll stay for 2 more days. It's good here. If it's not cold, how can I smell the fragrance of plum blossoms? Wang Tietio nodded and turned away. Chapter 727. AI. Xiao Chen sighed. Brother, is there something going on between you and Lan Xinxin? Why is the Wang family relying on you? Xiao Xiao was puzzled. She felt that the Wang family was making a mountain out of a molehill. The Wang family was a real martial arts family. Their granddaughter didn't have anything going on with Xiao Chen. Even if she did, it wasn't like she couldn't get married. Didn't you see that little bitch, Chao Yuling, married well? So Xiao Xiao was puzzled. Is there something wrong with the Wang family? It's okay. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. I'm not as close to her as you are. Oh, that's not right. We both slept together. It's not as close as me. We hugged, right? Xiao Xiao suddenly said. That's not the case at all. Xiao Chen said, I'm confused by you. I really have nothing to do with her. Oh, so the Wang family wants to rely on you? Xiao Xiao nodded. They probably think that you are very powerful, so they want to dominate you. What's so powerful about me? Xiao Chen shook his head. The other party is a real martial arts family. Our Xiao family is an ordinary family. But you even dared to kill people from the Kushan sect. Xiao Xiao said. I didn't kill them at that time. Xiao Chen suddenly smiled bitterly. That's really strange. Xiao Xiao was also a little puzzled. What is going on? After thinking about it, she couldn't figure it out. She simply stopped thinking about it. Anyway, you are going to sneak away soon. Don't care about them then. I don't believe they will stay here forever. Xiao Xiao knew that Xiao Chen was leaving, so she didn't take the Wang family's matter seriously. Since Xiao Chen didn't agree, she just ignored it. Xiao Xiao wouldn't be jealous of Lan Xinxin. Well, tell Grandpa and second uncle that I will leave tomorrow morning. Xiao Chen sighed. I have to sneak away because I'm afraid that the Wang family will follow me. In fact, Xiao Chen still had some regrets. This time, he basically accompanied everyone but Tang Tang. However, time was tight. Xiao Xiao still pestered him at home, which made Xiao Chen feel a little sorry for her. Xiao Xiao seemed to see something. She hesitated and said with a smile, Tonight, you can accompany Tang Tang. I will go to Lan City to find you when I'm free. Xiao Xiao said. Xiao Xiao. Xiao Chen was startled, but he saw that Xiao Xiao had already turned around and left, leaving only her graceful back view. He had to admit that Xiao Xiao's figure was extremely good, but Xiao Chen didn't dare to be interested. Since he had gotten Xiao Xiao's approval, since when did he need her permission to pick up girls? Xiao Chen walked to Tang Tang's room gloomily. Xiao Chen pushed the door directly and walked in. He didn't need to avoid Yu Xiaochuan or Tang Tang. But what he saw shocked him. He saw Yu Xiaochuan sneakily putting on a skirt. After being caught by Xiao Chen, Yu Xiaochuan's face immediately turned red. She was a little embarrassed, but she still asked, Brother Xiao, do I look good in this dress? Where did you get this dress? Are you crazy? Xiao Chen was suddenly scared. Yu Xiaochuan, are you okay? I just thought that this dress looked good, so I bought it. He. Yu Xiaochuan was a little embarrassed. I'll go and change it back. No need. You continue. I'm going to find Tang Tang. Xiao Chen didn't know what to say, so he simply didn't say it. Oh, Tang Tang is in that room. You go ahead, Brother Xiao. I'll continue to study. Yu Xiaochuan saw that Xiao Chen didn't force him to take it off, so he said happily. Xiao Chen shook his head and came to the door of Tang Tang's room. He didn't expect the door to be locked. He was slightly surprised and knocked on the door. Sister Yu, what's the matter? Tang Tang asked. Sister Yu? Xiao Chen suddenly sweated. What kind of names do these two people have in private? He could only say, It's me, Xiao Chen. Can I come in by myself? Come in. Tang Tang's voice suddenly sounded a little surprised. Xiao Chen opened the door and entered the room. He saw Tang Tang lying on the bed reading a book. When she saw Xiao Chen coming in, she put the book aside and smiled. You finally have time to see me? AI, don't mention it. I've been too busy these days. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. Are you busy living with Xiao Xiao? Tang Tang glanced at Xiao Chen. The relationship between you two siblings is really good. Sweat, don't talk nonsense. We have been together since childhood. There is nothing taboo. How can I live with her? Xiao Chen quickly explained, Tang Tang, don't think too much. I didn't think too much. Now that I think about it, that card was given to me by Xiao Xiao, right? She is really good to you. I asked Sister Yu later. He said that he didn't give it to you. Tang Tang said. Why do you call him Sister Yu? Xiao Chen felt awkward listening to this address. He also changed the topic. He didn't want to talk about Xiao Xiao. In fact, he also had a little headache. Although Xiao Xiao had explained that she was just joking, Xiao Chen always felt that something was wrong when he thought about it. He asked for it himself. I thought he was a sissy, so I called him that. Tang Tang shrugged. Right, what are you doing here? What else can I do here? Of course, it's because I miss you. Xiao Chen said and wanted to hug Tang Tang. But Tang Tang gently pushed him away. Xiao Chen, come here. Let's talk. Xiao Chen was slightly stunned. He looked at Tang Tang strangely. Talk? Yeah, we haven't talked for a long time. Even if we meet, it's just a quick face-to-face meeting. Tang Tang sighed and said, since you stand in front of everyone, you can't be as idle as before. That's true, but it's inevitable. Xiao Chen nodded. During this time, I'm really sorry for you. You were at home, but there was no chance to see each other. It's nothing. Gradually, I got used to it. Tang Tang's eyes were a little confused. She turned to look at Xiao Chen. She was a little reluctant, but with a trace of determination. Xiao Chen, let's break up, ah. After listening to Tang Tang's words, Xiao Chen was suddenly shocked. He looked at her in amazement. His face was full of disbelief. Tang Tang, what did you say? Break up? What do you mean? You don't like me anymore? It's not that I don't like you. Tang Tang shook her head, and a touch of pain flashed across her face. In fact, I feel that our hearts have gradually drifted apart. I feel that I don't know you at all. And you are completely different from the Xiao Chen that I first fell in love with. Now you almost stand at the top of these aristocratic families, the true martial arts aristocratic family, and I'm just an ordinary woman who's sacrificed for the interests of the family. I don't think we have anything in common. Even if we meet now, I don't know what to say. Xiao Chen was a little sad, and his heart was full of regret. Tang Tang was right. Since she went back to the Yu family to unite by marriage, the communication between the two became less and less. Even if they met, they would do some ambiguous things and then say goodbye in a hurry. There was no time for a real heart-to-heart talk. At first, when I knew that you were White Fox, I was very happy, very happy. But after that excitement and happiness passed, I still missed the previous days. I liked the life when I struggled with you and sold breakfast together. Tang Tang's words were full of sadness. I'm an ordinary girl, and I still like some ordinary life. Your current life is too gorgeous and too cold. I can't accept it. After listening to Tang Tang's words, Xiao Chen's heart could not help but sink. He sighed with some pain. Tang Tang, in fact, I also like the previous ordinary life. But now, some things are beyond my control. I can't not move forward. But I don't think this is a barrier between us. I'm actually still me. If you like it, when I come back, we can continue to go to the morning market to sell fried dough sticks. Forget it. Tang Tang shook her head. If I go there again, I won't have the same mood as before. Now that I have money, I don't care whether I sell more or less, and I won't have the same excitement as before. Tang Tang, do you still want to break up? Xiao Chen asked a little nervously. If you can't tell right from wrong, then so be it. What else can I do? Tang Tang's body fell on Xiao Chen's body. Anyway, I'm now Sister Yu's wife. It doesn't matter whether we break up or not. If you want to occupy me, just do it. Maybe during this time, my own mentality is not good. I'll adjust it. In fact, you don't need to adjust. Do what you want to do. How about I talk to you Xiao Chuan and let you go back to school? Xiao Chen suggested. Forget about going to school. You're not here anymore. It's meaningless for me to go back. Tang Tang shook her head. Then why do you still want to break up? You're relying on me to survive now. Before, without me, you were still doing well in school. Xiao Chen smiled. That's true. Then let's not break up. Tang Tang smiled. I found that we still have common topics. Otherwise, how can we talk so much? Xiao Chen hugged Tang Tang. So I said that maybe I was too lonely during this time. You Xiaochuan and I talked about some women's topics all day long, such as beautiful clothes and cosmetics. But you know, I'm a tomboy. I don't like those things at all. I'm so annoyed by this guy. Tang Tang patted her forehead. I really don't know what he's thinking. Now he's just like a woman. Maybe he's practicing martial arts. Xiao Chen also saw it. But this way, I'm more relieved. At least you're not in danger, and he won't do anything to you. I'm not in danger, but I'm afraid that you're in danger. Tang Tang said, I feel that you Xiaochuan seems to like you. Puff. No way. Xiao Chen was shocked. Forget it. Maybe I'm thinking too much. See for yourself. Tang Tang didn't continue this topic. Come on, let's make out. Can't you wait? Chapter 728. I was scared by you. How can I be intimate? Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. You want to break up with me as soon as I come. That doesn't affect our intimacy. You can look for me even if you break up. Anyway, I can only be with you in this life. Tang Tang spread her hands and said, Who asked me to marry you Xiaochuan? Forget it. I wanted to officially push you down today to live up to my bet with you Xiaochuan, but now that I think about it, you should consider it thoroughly. Xiao Chen said solemnly, I don't want you to regret it in the future. Oh. You're really not coming? Tang Tang was a little surprised. Haven't you been waiting for this day for a long time? I'm still waiting. I'll continue to wait, said Xiao Chen. Then forget it. Tang Tang smiled. However, you're still the same as before. What do you think? Xiao Chen suddenly asked sneakily. Before? Like before? Tang Tang smiled faintly. What do you think? Xiao Chen squinted his eyes. Humph, go take a shower. I knew you didn't have any good intentions. Tang Tang kicked Xiao Chen. Xiao Chen went to take a shower happily. In the early morning of the next day, Xiao Chen quietly left the Xiao family. He didn't say goodbye because he was afraid that Wang Tietio would chase after him. At this moment, he was already on the highway to Lan City. Where's that kid Xiao Chen today? Why didn't I see him? Wang Tietio came to the Xiao family's dining room and saw that Xiao Xiao, Yu Xiaochuan, and Tang Tang were all there, but he didn't see Xiao Chen. Did he go to some class reunion again? I don't know. Xiao Xiao said, if you want to find him, ask him yourself. Forget it. I'll see how many class reunions he can attend. I don't believe that he will hide from me forever. Wang Tietio waved his hand and drank the porridge indifferently. Huh, Elder Wang, it's the young people's business. It's better for them to solve it themselves. It's not good for you to rush them like this. Xiao Yuanshan saw that his own grandson was so popular, and was very happy. If it was in the past, he would have died of happiness if there was a marriage alliance with the true martial family. But now it was better for Xiao Chen to make his own decisions, and he would not interfere. He was not afraid of Wang Tietio's family eating and living here, but it was not the case. Forget it, it's not your granddaughter anymore. If your granddaughter was ked by someone, you'd be worried to death. Wang Tietio glared and said angrily, You want to chase me away? No way. This old man will be stationed here. Right, run? Wang Benben did not dare to speak carelessly. He could only echo from the side, We will follow Lord Father's decision. You see, our whole family has the same opinion, so old man Xiao, you don't have to think about it. Wang Tietio said proudly, I'm not leaving, I'm going to piss you off. Why should I be angry? I'm more than happy that my grandson has a few more wives. Xiao Yuanshan curled his lips. Our Xiao family's marriage is to add people to the family. I'm even happier that you sent Lan Xinxin over. Then you persuade your grandson. Wang Tietio directly climbed up the pole. Okay, I'll persuade. Xiao Yuanshan thought to himself, I really shouldn't have said so much. At this time, Xiaochen had already arrived at Lan City. He exited the toll station of the highway and drove into the city. He was about to go to the previous community, but when he turned around, Su Chuxia and the others had already moved to a new house, so he said to Xiaoma, you lead the way. Okay. And Xiaoma responded and flew out. However, in Xiao Chen's car, she did not scare the passers-by. This was a newly built community. Although the location was a little remote, the construction was unusually beautiful. No wonder so many people bought houses here. However, as soon as he entered the community, Xiaochen could clearly feel that the popularity here was not high. It was not that it was deserted, because there were still many cars parked in the parking lot, but he felt that there was a lack of popularity. This situation was very mysterious. Things like popularity could not be seen or touched. Sometimes, you could measure and observe, but you couldn't find any problems at all. But many times, when you go to a place, even if there was no one there, you would feel that it was full of vitality. But when you go to another place, even if there were people there, you would still feel very cold and lonely. This was the so-called popularity. Xiaochen was a cultivator, so he was more sensitive. But from the perspective of cultivation, it was a lack of yang qi here, and the yin qi was very heavy. It was not unreasonable to say that this land was originally a graveyard. To gather popularity here again, it was not something that could be done overnight. It had to be accumulated over many years, and more people lived here for the popularity to rise. And such a place with heavy yin qi was not good for Xiao Chen's cultivation, but for some evil cultivators or yin cultivators, it was an excellent place. After parking the car below Su Chuxia and Tian Sour, Xiaochen got into the elevator. There was nothing special in the elevator. Xiaochen deliberately tried to sense it, but he did not feel anything. He stopped at Su Chuxia's floor. Along the way, he did not find anything wrong, probably because it was daytime. Xiaochen knocked on the door, and soon, Su Chuxia's vigilant voice came from inside. Who is it? It's me, Xiaochen, Xiaochen said. Xiaochen? Su Chuxia was stunned. Oh, Xiaocheng, Xiaochen said with a smile. Gotcha. The door opened, and Su Chuxia was surprised. Xiaocheng, it's you. Why are you here suddenly? Didn't we agree that I would help you catch ghosts after the new year? Xiaochen said with a smile, how is it? Are there any ghosts recently? Sigh, don't mention it. There's no ghost during the day, but at night, there's still the sound of the elevator. Sour and I don't dare to go out. Su Chuxia complained. But you don't say. When Little Demon was here in the past, we didn't have a problem going out at night. It seems that thing is very afraid of Little Demon. Oh. Xiaochen frowned. If it was afraid of Little Demon, then it shouldn't be some demon or ghost. Could it be that it was really his guess that there were evil cultivators or yin cultivators causing trouble? However, its strength should not be as powerful as Little Demonin, so it was afraid of Little Demonin. Of course, it could not be ruled out that the thing did not want to have a conflict with Little Demonin. Sour, look who's here. Su Chuxia shouted. This guy is really too much. He can't stop playing. What is she playing? Xiaochen was a little curious. Mobile games. We can't go out these 2 days. Firstly, we are afraid of the strange elevator. Secondly, we are afraid that the Real Yang Jianan will cause trouble for us. So, Sour and I usually don't go out. She's addicted to mobile games. Su Chuxia complained. She's playing all day. You don't have to worry about Yang Jianan. This time, I killed the real one and burned it to ashes. I've become Yang Jianan again. Xiaochen smiled. You won't find the wrong person this time. Ah. You killed him? Will there be any problems? Su Chuxia was a little surprised. It's fine. It's very tight. You don't have to worry about this. So, my current identity is still the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. Xiao Chen said, let's go and see Sour. This girl is so good at playing. The two of them walked into the bedroom. Xiao Chen suddenly blushed. He did not expect Tian Suruan to be upside down. Most importantly, he was dressed very skimpily. He only wore a small white underwear on his lower body and a small vest on his upper body, which only covered his chest. And in this position, the two lumps of flesh on her chest were about to fall out of the collar of the tank top. She used her head to support her body and leaned against the wall. She was playing with her phone happily in her hand. No wonder she couldn't hear anything. She was wearing earphones. Sour. Su Chuxia walked over angrily and snatched her phone. Ah, Chuxia, what are you doing? Tian Sour was playing happily. Give it to me quickly. I'm PK with someone. Don't kill me. What are you wearing at home? Are you crazy? Look who's here. Su Chuxia said angrily. Ah. Who's here? Tian Sour looked at Su Chuxia's side in a daze and saw Xiao Chen upside down. Xiao Chang, you're here? Why are you still standing upside down? Are we doing 69 moves? Sour. Su Chuxia was even more annoyed. What nonsense are you talking about? Aya, it's Sister Sour's boyfriend. Chuxia, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. What's the big deal? I'm showing it to him. I'm not showing it to anyone else. Seriously. Tian Suruan returned to normal from her handstand position. Then, she stretched out her hands and stuffed her breasts to the left and right, adjusting them to the most comfortable position. Then, she said, Xiao Chang, you're finally here. That's great. Will you stay with us this time? I'm here to catch ghosts. I can't stay here forever. I still have a mission with the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. Xiao Chen said, I killed the Real Yang Jiannan. This time, I'm Yang Jiannan again. Ah, you're going back again. Tian Sour rolled her eyes and said to Su Chuxia, Chuxia, why don't you tell your father that there are still people who want to attack and kidnap you? Ask him to apply to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau and let Xiao Chang protect us. What do you think? What nonsense are you thinking? Su Chuxia glared at her. Can your thoughts be more normal? They won't investigate whether there are people with bad intentions or not. You can't just say things like that. Sigh, all right. Tian Sour was a little depressed. I'm just saying it casually. Chuxia, can you not mock me? I'm not really stupid. I don't think you're smart either. Su Chuxia snorted. Hurry up and put on your clothes. All right, all right. Tian Sour slowly opened the closet and started looking for clothes. Xiao Chen was a little embarrassed. He looked at Tian Sour swaying butt and turned around to return to the living room. Su Chuxia followed him out and looked at Xiao Chen with some admiration. You're not bad. You're not lecherous. You're different from Yang Jiannan. Chapter 729. That's because Sour and I aren't a real couple. If we were, I wouldn't have avoided it, Xiao Chen said. It's not that I'm not lustful, but I have self-control. Who wouldn't want to see it? Huh? Su Chuxia was a little surprised. She didn't expect Xiao Chen to say that. You're really interesting. It's not interesting. It's the truth. I don't want to lie to you. Xiao Chen shrugged. You and Souri are both good girls. Although it was a quest, it was quite satisfying to chase after you. Really? Su Chuxia's eyes lit up. Of course it's true. Xiao Chen nodded with certainty. I thought there was something wrong with your taste. You only like sour and not me. Su Chusha was a little happy. Why? You're happy that I'm pursuing you? Weren't you very annoying before? Xiao Chen was a little confused. I didn't understand you before. There were too many people pursuing me. Who knew what they were thinking? Su Chusha shook her head and sighed. Actually, I'm a normal girl. I like people who are sincerely pursuing me. Of course, I don't have anyone. Okay, you'll definitely find a boyfriend who likes you and treats you well. Xiao Chen wished her well. I hope so. Let's not talk about this. Su Chusha didn't want to continue this topic. She changed the topic. What do you plan to do? Are you going to continue pretending to be in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? It's such a dangerous job. It's a kind of training. Also, I'm going to repay someone. Xiao Chen was talking about Xia Zhili. Staying in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was mostly to help Xia Zhili. Su Chusha nodded and didn't ask any more questions. At this time, Tian Suruan had already put on his clothes and ran out. Xiao Chang, are you treating us to dinner? How long will you stay in Lan City? Su Chusha asked. I'll see how it goes. I'll solve your problem. Xiao Chen didn't know where he would go next, but there would definitely be a lot of things to do in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. He would just have to see how things would be arranged. Su Chusha nodded. By then, Tian Suruan had already put on a new set of clothes. He had even combed his hair into a bun. Are you going for a blind date or a meal? Su Chusha said angrily as she looked at the gorgeously dressed Tian Suruan. I'm on a date with my boyfriend. Tian Sour said matter-of-factly, I have to dress up prettier. Aya, you've never been in love before, so you won't understand Sister Sour's feelings. You're saying that I've never been in love, as if you have. Don't forget that the relationship between you and Xiao Chang was fake. Su Chusha glared at her. Aya. Anyway, fake can be real, real can be fake, real can be fake, real can be fake, fake can be real. Tian Soran said seriously, am I being philosophical? I can't be bothered with you. Su Chusha put on her jacket. Let's go. What are you eating? Xiao Chen asked as he walked. Hey, Xiao Chang, you should be asking Sister Sour. Why are you asking Chusha? I'm your girlfriend. Tian Soran said unhappily. It's precisely because you're my girlfriend that when there are outsiders around, we should let the outsiders come first. Xiao Chen smiled. That's true. Chusha, what do you want to eat? Tian Soran turned to look at Su Chusha. I can't be bothered with you guys. Su Chusha rolled her eyes at Xiao Chen. You're crazy with her too. The three of them went out the door and got into the elevator. Xiao Chen deliberately looked around for a long time, but he didn't find anything wrong with the elevator. It should be a normal elevator. He didn't know if those magical and strange phenomena were real or if there was a problem with the elevator's circuit. They arrived at the first floor smoothly. Xiao Chen looked at the elevator behind him, then shook his head and asked, by the way, what happened to the security guard? I heard that he recovered, but he doesn't dare to come to work anymore. He has already resigned. Now that the news has spread, no one dares to work here. The property management can't do anything about it. They said that they are hiring. Su Chusha was also a little helpless. After all, this couldn't be helped. Xiao Chen nodded. He felt a little strange in his heart. This ghost didn't seem to be a bad ghost. He didn't know what the ghost's purpose was. If it really wanted to harm people, the security guard wouldn't have just been scared. Did anything strange happen after that? Xiao Chen asked. No, but many of the residents in this building moved out. They didn't dare to live here anymore. Many people went to check out, but the developer didn't agree. After all, from a legal point of view, you can't prove that this place is haunted. After all, it's a first-hand house. It's difficult to determine that it's a haunted house. Su Chusha shrugged. I'm really unlucky to buy such a house. It's okay. Even if it's a haunted house, it can't be fierce with me around. I'm even fiercer than him. Xiao Chen really wasn't bragging. He could even subdue a demon like in Little Demon. Why would he be afraid of ghosts? Anyway, there have been a lot of people who want to sell their houses recently. They've all contacted an agent. It's just that the news here has spread, so no one wants to buy it at all. Even the agent doesn't want to cause trouble because of this. Even if there are people who don't understand and want to look at the house, they will tell in advance about the strange phenomenon here, Su Chuxia explained. Oh, if you have money, you can buy back all the houses that are about to be sold at a low price. Then you can make a lot of money. Xiao Chen said. Forget it. What if I can't sell it? Besides, I don't have that much money. Su Chuxia shook her head. There's money to be made. Can Sister Sour Sour buy it? Tian Sour Sour was interested. Sister Sour Sour doesn't have a source of income. She's very poor. It would be great if she could make a fortune. Sure. I'll give you the gold. You can sell it. It should be enough to exchange for money, Xiao Chen said. Okay. I'll buy it later. Tian Sour Sour seemed to trust Xiao Chen very much. She was ready to take action. Don't cry when the time comes. Su Chuxia warned. No, Xiao Chang can't trick me. Tian Sour Sour didn't care at all. Up to you then. Su Chuxia felt that with Xiao Chen's support, it would be difficult to stop Tian Sour even if she said anything, so she might as well not say it. You guys are out? As they spoke, they saw a woman in her 40s who greeted Su Chuxia. Auntie Wang, did you just come back? Su Chuxia greeted her. What do you mean by going out? I came back to get some things. I've already moved out, and there are still some things that I haven't taken. If I didn't drive back to get them, I'd like to sell the house at a low price. I really can't live here anymore. It's too scary. Auntie Wang shook her head and said, Oh right, Xiao Su, do you still dare to live here? We don't have a place to live, and this place might not be haunted. Maybe it'll be better after a while. Su Chuxia could only hint. Auntie Wang was usually quite friendly to her. Forget it. I can't wait any longer. Let's sell it as soon as possible. I don't need the money. I came here to live in peace, but now it seems even scarier. Auntie Wang shook her head and said decisively. Oh. Auntie Wang, how much do you want to sell it for? Tian Sour Sour asked. Why, you want to buy it? Auntie Wang was stunned and looked at Tian Sour Sour suspiciously. Yes, I want to buy it myself. Tian Sour Sour nodded. Don't you live with Xiao Su? You still dare to buy it? Auntie Wang was a little surprised. You girls are really bold enough. It's fine if Xiao Su doesn't move away, but you still want to buy it. Auntie Wang can't cheat you. Don't buy it here. I just want to be neighbors with Chuxia. Tian Sour Sour said, besides, maybe it won't be haunted in a few days. That's up to you. When I bought this house, I spent 800,000 yuan. Now I'm selling it for 500,000 yuan. If you want to buy it, you don't need to pay the intermediary fee. Let's deal directly. Auntie Wang said, I'm also giving you a base price. Take the money and I'll leave. Oh, okay, then I'll go out to eat dinner. I'll buy it when I come back. Auntie Wang, you wait for me here. Tian Sour Sour said. Alright, then I'll eat something nearby after I get my things. Auntie Wang nodded. To be honest, she was really a little surprised that the house could be sold. In her opinion, even if it was cheaper by 300,000 yuan, it might not be sold well if it was listed in the intermediary. After all, in this building, she wasn't the only one selling houses. No one had heard of anyone selling. How could it be her turn? You guys wait for me. I'll go back to get the gold. Tian Sour said as he ran into the unit door with Auntie Wang. Su Chuxia shook her head. You're just bewitching her with some inexplicable things. What if you lose? You still don't believe me? Xiao Chen smiled and said, if I say I can solve it, then I can naturally solve it. Well, you and Sour are really alike. I even thought you two were really a couple. Su Chuxia sighed. Isn't this a good opportunity to make a fortune? I see that you and Sour's life isn't very rich. She still needs to rely on you to survive. It's just a convenient opportunity. Why not? Xiao Chen said. That's true. Sour is really quite pitiful. She left home and has been alone. In fact, even though she is careless, I also know that she doesn't want to spend my money. She definitely won't feel comfortable relying on me every month. Su Chuxia nodded. Hey, your name is Sour, right? Why did you come in? Auntie Wang pressed the elevator button and saw Tian Sour next to her. She asked with some surprise. I also went upstairs to get something. Tian Sour said, Auntie Wang, are you really selling the house? What if it's not haunted after a few days? Isn't it a loss? I'm afraid that I'll cheat you. Auntie Wang shook her head and said, to be honest, if it's not really haunted, why would I sell it? But you want to buy it. After all, we are neighbors. I feel bad about it. It's okay. I'm buying it for the future appreciation. Tian Sour said, and I'm willing to buy it. Auntie Wang, you don't have to worry. You're tuning into the Journey of the Soul YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.